day 2 of the Xbox at Gamescom broadcast. I'm Charlie, that's Henry, and we had a jam-packed show yesterday, and we've got even more in store for you today. So we started off yesterday with announcing the pre-order details for the Xbox 25th Anniversary Collection, including that gorgeous X25 limited edition console, which, in case you missed it, at this very moment is officially open for pre-orders. So head to xbox.com to learn more.
I cannot wait to add that controller to my collection, just to go along with the console itself. So I've got 2. Yeah, why not? Oh, it's also worth noting, Charlie, that we did just see our very first world premiere of the day with Rogue Fortune.
It's going to be a good day, Henry. And while fans here at the Xbox booth are getting their hands on the latest demos and gaming experiences, we are bringing the booth to you at home with more world premieres, live gameplay and interviews with some of the people who bring us the games, delighting fans here in Germany and around the world.
Well, speaking of the Xbox booth, throughout the show we're actually going to be bringing you guys that are watching at home to the booth as we celebrate 25 years of Xbox, including this experience showcasing Xbox through the eras.
Absolutely stunning. Each console is displayed underneath their relative era's living room diorama, which is completely handcrafted, by the way, and features tons of little tiny little Easter eggs and nods to some of the most memorable moments and games in Xbox history. Fun fact, by the way, the computer screen in the Xbox Series era over there is the highest resolution screen in the entire booth.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But this is the OG Xbox era living room, and honestly I think it's my favorite one out of all of them, because yes, you got the big Duke at the bottom there, but up here we're, well, I'm going to call it the Dinky Duke.
The Dinky Duke!
Dinky Duke is so cute because it's basically the smallest, biggest controller ever.
Yeah.
The touchscreen devices on all of the dioramas are pretty cool though, because they mimic the UI and like the experience of turning on those consoles as well. Okay, you go.
Wow.
Yeah, you remember that? You remember that? I remember that in particular. And then as you're moving through, you get all these cool factoids about like the launch of the console, memorable games, and as you press through them, it lights up different things.
Yeah,
you can see
look at the screen.
It's rolling like OG Bungie the intro as well, which will then go into the Halo
Memories.
Combat Evolved screen, which is so sick. I love the little details. They're all absolutely beautiful. But what else is really cool is at each one, you get a little photo. So you press that, you can then grab your phone. I did mine earlier, so don't worry about that. I'll show you it. You can do yours after this.
Okay, thanks so much, Henry.
Yeah, no worries.
So kind. This is an absolute must-see here at the Xbox booth, so we don't want to spoil everything for you.
Well, but the reason that I'm particularly drawn to this era as well is not just because it was the first one 25 years ago, can you believe that?
Bonkers.
But also, my most cool Xbox memory is that on Christmas Day, when I unboxed an OG Xbox, first I couldn't believe my eyes.
Of course.
Because, oh my God, I've got Halo now, I can play that. But I also then got to play it with my granddad, and I'll be honest, he had no idea what was going on, but we still had such a great time.
Yeah.
And I almost missed Christmas dinner that day because I was just so drawn into
fair
playing
enough.
Halo.
Understandable.
But don't worry, I did get my turkey in the end.
Turkey.
Yeah.
Nah, we'll talk about that later. Love the story otherwise. I remember my OG Xbox memory for, I think it was Fable 2. I think was my favorite. That was the moment my eyes sort of opened up and I went, hey, not only do I like video games more than I thought I did, but I realized they could be so much more. We all know the gut-wrenching decision you have to make at the end of Fable 2. I would judge anyone who didn't choose the dog, by the way, spoiler alert. But it just sort of, yeah, it was at that point I went, this is in my DNA, and I'm going to be glued to my Xbox for the foreseeable. Thank you very much.
Well, with that in mind, why don't we keep you guys glued right here and jump into the action with a game that is already making headlines here at Gamescom. So check this out.
A 1990s inspired Cascadian world infused with atmospheric dread and eerie clandestine cult narratives.
Here to unpack that doozy of a sentence and the game that goes with it is the creative director of PUBG's DeadNet, Dave Kurd. How are you, Dave? Welcome.
Hi, Bex. Hi, Benny. Thank you so much for having me. I'm doing awesome.
Thank you for coming to see us. Now, how's your Gamescom been so far? Tell us about it.
Seeing the response from the fans and going to the booth and seeing the characters we created kind of come to life with cosplayers has been a dream come true.
Amazing. You're coming off the back of an amazing trailer opening night live. How's the reaction been for the team?
The team's losing their mind. We're obviously, there's the time difference, and I'm in Slack watching all the heart emojis, and we're all just incredibly stoked.
Amazing. Love to hear that.
I'm not surprised because that trailer was absolutely incredible. I've got to ask a few things about it. First of all, the blade hands. Like, what in the world are those? What a can you kind of break it down for us?
Well, the blade hands specifically touch on our concept of trading flesh for power. In this video, Floyd, the guy with the sunglasses, has decided to put his hands into that haunted pinball machine, get him chopped off, replaced with machete blades. Now he can no longer shoot guns or legally drive, but he can cut your ass to ribbons if he gets close.
Hey, you can't legally, but can you still hop in a car with those blade hands and just fly around?
How are you going to drive?
Yeah, he can get in the back seat, he can get in the front seat, but he has to put his seatbelt on or he will be ejected if there's a sudden impact.
Very good. Safety first, of course.
That's the
Even
number one
with
rule.
the gun blades, yeah.
Yes.
Very good. Now, can you break down a little bit about the gameplay, maybe the player journey on DeadNet and through the world that we're entering?
Yeah, it's kind of a 1990s nightmare multi-match journey where we challenge the player to take an avatar from zero to hero. Between each match, they're taking on valuable new abilities, like crawling around on the floor like a snake or hiding in a locker like a creeper. And you're also taking on funny injuries, like a nervous tick where you spam taunts, or you can accidentally fumble your weapon on weapon swap and have a pretty good swear about it. And you're pushing yourself to see how far you can go before you cash out and win that chicken dinner or you burn out.
Amazing. Can we dive in a little bit more to the multi-match journey? Because it seems like it's something that might be quite new to players and for us as well.
Yeah, and I heard the audience is core gamers, so they won't mind if I nerd out too bad.
Let's do it.
But let's pretend you're a new player. You have this roster of 9 brilliant characters that have connections to the land, to each other. They're on missions besides just trying to win the chicken dinner. You pick your favorite one, and we offer you a few decks of cards. Do you want to kind of be an assault character? Do you want to be a support? Do you want to maybe be a trickster? And you're not frozen or locked in. This is just to kind of get your journey going. You have a little bit of run health. Run health, imagine that as your career hit points. And now it's time to start playing DeadNet. So every match, if you do pretty well, your run health is protected. If you totally get wrecked early, which happens to me plenty of times, you lose a little bit of that run health. But even if you get totally smoked in the first few minutes, you go to the out game, and now it's time to make a decision. We're going to offer you a new power that kind of goes with that core fantasy you selected. We're going to offer you something tantalizing really outside your core fantasy. Maybe you're a support character, and we're like, hey, do you want a boombox that lets you blast Wu-Tang Clan to heal your squad?
Obviously, I do. I do want that.
Exactly. And then third, we'll offer you something that kind of every character could use. And as you get deeper and deeper into your run, we're going to start packaging the good stuff with injuries. So now it's like, oh, do you want an akimbo ROM's ability? But it's going to come with you sneeze in the smoke, or it hurts to swim. And so as you're playing and pushing, you're mitigating. I'm building, I think, my dream player build, but also I'm getting these wacky injuries that come up and can cause hilarious whoopsie-daisies. One of my favorite injuries is called Hollywood Stuntman. When you slide or dive, occasionally, small chance for an explosion behind you, which will hurt you and your squad. So you feel cool, but you might bust your buddies.
So many things that can happen. But you've actually brought to Gamescom and this video, an exclusive video that will give us a bit of an insight into the world of DeadNet as well. So let's take a look at that.
Fresh meat, huh? Cool. I'm Floyd. Guess that makes me your tour guide to this lovely little patch of hell they call Cascadia. Don't bother telling me your name. I got attachment issues. Mom says I love too hard. Anyway, watch where you step out here. Make too much noise and we'll be up to our assholes and weirdos. Oh, fuck. Okay, dude, sit back, buckle up, and don't even think about changing the station. Jesus. Cryptid Cove's seen better days. Oh well, still plenty of fun to be had in the silly hole. At least that's what Uncle Tickles used to say. Game's simple. Dog eat dog. That's DeadNet. These guys are fucking psychos, but can't fault the name. The Cult of the Blind Mother. Home to some real bad hombres with crazy fucking beliefs. Like, I heard they think Biggie killed Tupac. Oh shit, wait, did Biggie kill Tupac? Oh shit, I forgot this place is drowning in these things. Do yourself a favor, forget you ever saw it. And if you ever see one outside, then... Ugh, this is why I hate doing these fucking tours! Good luck, rookie! Keep moving, dude. We're almost to the falls. Whew, awesome work, pal. I thought we lost you there for a second. Almost forgot. Before we go, one more thing. Hey, have you heard of the body shop? The things they can do to a person. We truly live in an age of miracles.
Well, clearly the game has a very distinct vibe, and it looks sick as heck, Dave. I love it. I'm obsessed with every little detail. Can you talk to us a little bit about the inspiration for the world of DeadNet and what you're trying to invoke from players and their feelings?
Well, I kind of think the age of making something that everyone kind of likes is over. I think it's time to make games that are evocative and are love-hate. I think the fans will forgive anything but being bored. So we wanted to take a big swing with a mid-90s Pacific Northwest setting, but not just cheaply recreating the 90s, but to take the films and movies I grew up with, Twin Peaks, X-Files, Silence of the Lambs, put it through a meat grinder, add body horror, David Cronenberg stuff, and arrive at something that is distinctly DeadNet.
Heck yeah, that's so sick.
Yeah, it looks amazing. Like every time I see these videos, I just want to keep playing. But there's a few things you pick up as well, like the opening of the window. Like the environment that you're playing in makes a lot of tactical differences to your gameplay. Could you expand a little bit on that for us?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously with Nanite and Lumen, the world is dense and detailed and beautiful, but players care about playing games. So a good example I use is in PUBG. If you see a window, you can shoot it or you can kind of smash through it. And that's great. In our game, we have something we call action agencies. So when you encounter a window, for example, you can slowly and silently open the window. No one will hear you, but you're exposed. You can quickly slam it open, but now you've made a little bit of noise, maybe you've given away your position. You can shoot it open or crash through it, but now you're gonna leave a pool of glass wherever that happened, and if anyone steps on it, it's gonna make a loud noise and tip people off. Or you can turn up the music, maybe turn on a jukebox or put on your boombox, and now they can't hear the broken glass.
That's so interesting. Speaking of some of the locations we saw within that video, we saw some of the falls and maybe like a mall as well. Can you talk to us a little bit about some of your favorite locations that we can explore in Cascadia, and also how they influence gameplay as well as the windows and things like that?
Oh, absolutely. One of the ones in the video that Floyd was walking us through is called Cryptid Cove. It's kind of our throwback to Showbiz Pizza, kind of a, he's there in the laser tag arena. He's going into the silly hole.
Classic Floyd.
All the flies.
What's funny about this location is it's those tubes, those kind of little kid McDonald's Land's tubes you're navigating through, which is like such an American childhood of the 90s feeling, covered in blood and guts, becomes such a fun location to try to fight over. So every time we hot drop, we're trying to win the tubes, we're trying to keep the tubes. And it's weird because just the other players naturally want to get us out of those tubes.
Yeah.
There's the Cult of the Blind Mother, very spooky, dark, Silence of the Lambs coded location where under the building, tons of nooks and crannies to hide in and take positions in. And, in these games you're looting, you're trying to gear up and you're trying to get strong. But one of our powers is called Creeper, which allows us to actually hide inside of the loot. You can climb inside a refrigerator. Don't try this at home, kids. You can get inside of lockers. And I actually, fun fact, did the voiceover for what I have to call hiding pervert. Because when you're in the locker, I do this like, and then we run it through some post-process and make it sound cool. But when you are in Cascadia and you're hiding and waiting to get the drop to somebody, that's going to be my voice gently whispering in your ears.
Love it.
I'll remember that. I've also got to ask, because I know it's so important to players, is the size of the DeadNet map as well. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Absolutely. It is 5.5 by 5.5 kilometers of real Cascadian wilderness with mountains and jungles and beaches and plains and farms. But the initial circle, how the game begins, is only a 2.5 by 2.5 circle. So even though we're launching with one map, you never get the same zone twice.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's going to be amazing because it's going to force players to have to kind of learn different areas of the map and also different ways of approaching with their abilities that they've picked up.
Yeah. Dave, I got to ask, we've seen it a couple of times in some of the gameplay. We've got a lot of baby dolls going on. Some of them are running around. Can you tell us a wee bit more about that? Because that looks right up your street.
So we have kind of beyond chasing abilities and injuries, we have this notion of weirdos. These are very strange choices you can make for that single match, including taking those hands off or becoming the large dual SM or LMG wielding pig, or in the case you just mentioned, our little sweet, precious, darling baby doll. She is a 2.5 foot tall chaos gremlin that can, she spawns with a little tiny RC car, which drives very fast and is very cute to manipulate. She can hitch a ride on her squad mates. She can jump on your back. And most importantly, she can jump on an enemy's back and quietly hang out. And she will occasionally laugh, which can tip them off. And if the jig is up, if she has to fight, she can start drilling in the neck and stealing med kits and making you drop your stuff, which is incredibly frustrating to deal with.
Yeah.
God, I'll probably end up playing DeadNet so much I'll turn into a baby doll. I live and breathe it as much as I can.
Right, Dave, we've got to talk about PUBG first coming to PC, but I hear that you and the team have really engineered DeadNet to be a bit more for a game that's console first. Can you talk a little bit about that and what that means to you guys?
Well, I'm an old school console guy. My first game was Singularity by Raven Software. Shout out, made console first, aimed at the Xbox. And I myself, in my free time, my wife and I, who's probably watching, hi Kelly,
Hi,
we love to get on the couch and play console. So that means when we're considering how to make this game, the gunplay, the traversal, the movement has to feel so beautiful on the sticks. The UI, the UX has to be really friendly if you're 8 feet away on the couch. The rumble on your reload, or when you drop your weapon, or when a drill is going into your neck, needs to feel persuasive and fun and interesting. So we just think it makes a lot of sense to get it perfect on console, and then PC naturally would follow.
Sounds good. Sounds awesome.
I'm excited. Now, a lot of people who've played PUBG in the past, like narrative is not something that will instantly jump to their heads. With DeadNet, that's completely different. How is the narrative going to impact the player from game to game?
So it's interesting. I talked about at the beginning of the show, you're choosing from a roster of 9 to start. Each one of these characters has connections to the map itself, where they will comment on areas of the map if they go someplace that's familiar to them. They have meta stories, goals, quests beyond just win the chicken dinner. It could be revenge, it could be finding someone that matters to them. And they have allies and rivals on the battlefield, which is expressed. If you ping someone that's an enemy, you're going to comment on it. If you revive an ally, you're going to have this little special VO. And what's been so gratifying about our previous beta tests, shout out Discord crew, is we are having fan art where without prompting, they're creating these connections, these love triangles, and they're discovering the story as they go. So we obviously want to, PUBG is the ultimate storytelling engine, and we think DeadNet expands that by letting a story go multiple matches where win or lose, you're still on a journey of finding your perfect build, and hopefully you're falling in love with your character and their goals and their quests, and you leave the game with a big smile on your face.
Love that. I can't wait to find out all the tea in Cascadia then as well.
Love it.
Dave, we can't let you leave without talking about your tagline, "Death is only the beginning." What does that mean?
Well, it means in every game I've ever played, I always want a hot drop, and I always get my shit rocked, and I'm always so sad. And it's, you get two, like, come on, boys, one more game. And then that second loss in a row, you're like, well, actually, I got work tomorrow. In DeadNet, death is the beginning. You can get rocked. You can be an early out. But then in that out game where we give you the pick 3, oh my God, my build came in. Finally, a Kimbo showed up. Guys, let's get one more game. Yeah. So it's okay if you lose, because in these games, one guy wins, 99 loses. In our game, your real goal is making your perfect version of a killer, whether that's a guy with a car door riot shield playing a boombox to get his team hyped up, or a guy with blade hands that crawls around like a lunatic on his stomach like a little snake. We want to celebrate player expression and choice and creativity in the world of DeadNet.
I just know that one more game is going to cause me some serious problems. So I'm going to be like, oh, we got to just get this build now. We got to do it. You mentioned betas, right, just a second ago.
Yeah.
Can you let people know how they can get involved themselves?
Yeah, we made the website super easy. It is DeadNet, DED, which stands for Dog Eat Dog.
Nice.
Go to DeadNet, sign up for the beta, get your asses to Cascadia, and I will see you out there in the slaughterhouse.
We'll see you there too.
Go do it right now. But I'm looking forward to DeadNet. It's going to be so much fun. It's been, honestly, one of my favorites from Gamescom so far as well. But thank you for coming by. Enjoy the rest of Gamescom. And thank you so much for sharing with us.
Thank you so much. It was a privilege and an honor. Have a great show, guys.
Thank you. Got to get that 90s playlist from you as well at some point.
Look for it on Spotify.
Nice. Now, coming up for you guys, we are jumping into the driver's seat of a Hollywood stunt car as we traverse the world's deadliest petting zoo with a prehistoric twist and all the beasts that you can shake sticks at. But first, shifting gears to a jet engine with a saddle, it's time to go under the hood with Star Wars Galactic Racers.
Now we're talking shade. Speeder bikes. You know they're as dangerous as they look. You've ridden one before, but you've never raced one. That's where things get really interesting. Speeder bikes are like concussion missiles with handlebars. No wonder the Empire love these things. On the throttle, it's all go, but it does run wide in corners, so you gotta learn to wield her kinetic burst. Engage the kinetic burst, and bam! You decelerate hard, but lean in and hit the apex of the corner, and you'll blast out! It's a regenerative burst. Brake in, speed out. Now, there is a catch. Speeder bikes can be a little less resilient than good old land speeders. When Scandaro comes smacking into you, you're gonna feel it. So when you aren't in the mood to get kicked around the track, lean into that beautiful kinetic burst and keep an eye out for shortcuts. Little pathways perfect for a craft of this profile. Oh, and watch out for hazards at those high speeds, all right? One bad line, or a racer that didn't move out of the way in time, and you're wrecked. Oh, ouch. Get me the parts, and I'll assemble the perfect speeder bike to suit your style. The sky's the limit, Shade. Whopping great engine. Sure, why not? How about some racing stripes too, for good measure? Quick acceleration, outrageous tricks, and a real menace in the right hands. What are you waiting for? Go, Shade!
You ready to face your childhood demons?
We're on the other side of the looking glass. A place called Nod Nod.
My apologies for being behind here, but how exactly did we end up on an island? All I remember was letting them borrow my mobile phone at the clinic, and now here we are.
This town has a reputation for occult rituals and devilry, you know.
This isn't right. You aren't meant to know about all this stuff.
I guess we have some breaking and entering today.
And you're awake.
I'm willing to give it a good go, yeah.
What's going on? Why am I holding a cassette tape? Please, baby.
Ring, ring.
Tell me, alchemist. I trust your travels in Nod Nod have been very illuminating.
What on earth have you dragged me into?
See you soon.
Hey everyone, welcome to this exclusive look at Planet Zoo 2, a creative management game where you get to build and manage your dream zoos. You'll be able to care for aquatic, terrestrial and avian species from all over the world, both within and beyond your zoos. Today, we're giving you a sneak preview of Wildlife Reserves, a feature that introduces an amazing gameplay experience. From rewilding ecosystems to releasing animals from your zoos back into their natural environments. These wildlife reserves have been designed with exploration and observation in mind. You'll be able to traverse these expansive landscapes on foot as well as in the new research vehicle, offering you new ways to spend time and learn about the animals you've released into your wildlife reserves. We hope you'll enjoy coming to these beautiful areas to relax, in between managing your zoos. We'll be sharing more details on wildlife reserves soon, so follow Planet Zoo 2 on social channels to be the first to know.
Now, last year, we brought you the latest PC gaming on the go with the new ROG Xbox Ally. So, yeah, it's only fitting that this year, we're going to bring you the next generation of Xbox handhelds. And here to tell us all about the exciting new ROG Xbox Ally X20 launching later this year, please welcome General Manager of Xbox Devices, Dave Kearney, and ASUS Director of Product for Gaming, Gabe Meng. Welcome, guys. Welcome to Gamescom.
Thank you. It's exciting.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
it's good to see you again, Gabe. Obviously, last year we had a lot of fun talking Xbox Ally, but we got something a bit different now to talk about this year, and it's sitting right between us, which is very cool. But before we get to the new device, it won't be too long since it'll have been a whole year since the Xbox Ally range of devices were released. So why don't you talk to us a little bit about how that's been received, guys?
Well, you know, it's been super exciting to see the fan reaction. You know, we designed the original Xbox Ally to be, you know, the way that you get that Xbox experience on the go. and you can play your games wherever you want to. And it's been so fun to see people around the world doing exactly that, playing Xbox in all kinds of interesting locations, unexpected locations.
Yeah, I won't tell you where I play mine.
We've been working together since the original product launch to just keep cranking away at making it better. At this point now, we have over 2,000 games that have been optimized for handheld gaming.
Nice.
We've been expanding the number of titles that can take advantage of default game profiles, which automatically sets up the Xbox Ally products to be able to operate with the optimal frame rate and power settings. We've also been expanding advanced shader delivery, so that allows you to download your game shaders at the same time as the game itself. So you're able to just, when you launch that game for the first time, start the game faster, it plays smoothly, just like you would expect it to do. And then when you combine that with the work we've been doing with game studios, you've got the new games like Forza Horizon 6, Halo Campaign Evolved, supporting all these features right out of the gate, so players get to just experience handheld gaming like it should be, no messing with settings, just jump right into the game as you would expect. And we're just getting started. There's more around the corner.
I like to hear that. Yeah, I mean, convenience with handhelds is one of the number one reasons why I love playing with them. So to hear that all that work is going into these devices and that it's really, truly giving that gaming anywhere you like experience is awesome to see. But 2 days ago, you guys also announced that pre-orders are now live for the newest handheld in the ROG Xbox family. So Gabe, tell us about this stunning piece of hardware right here.
Absolutely. We try to level up everything. ROG celebrates 20 years of gaming, community, and innovation this year. And our theme of translucent black and gold is on the ROG Xbox Ally X20 through its translucent shell with now updated rubber grips and contrasting gold accents from the system buttons to that custom new color hue on our brand new light rings to the internals and thermals. Functionally, we've also updated play by introducing TMR joystick modules. This minimizes power consumption while significantly reducing joystick drift over time. We've also updated our transforming D-pad, a new innovation that allows you to select between 4-way or 8-way play, so you can shift depending on the game you're playing to the input for the best diagonals that you want.
That's so cool. So it's a mechanically changing.
That's right, and you can switch it on the play.
Wow, cool. Okay, what else we got going?
Absolutely. But probably most noteworthy and a long time coming is our premium OLED experience.
Yes.
Yes, I'm so happy to say that the Ally X20 has an ROG Nebula HDR display, the very best of our standard of gaming displays. What this means in practice is a certified VISA Display HDR True Black 1400 that starts with less than 1 nit of black to all the way of radiant highlights at 1400 nits. What you're seeing is a cinematic of our ROG Saga universe game cinematic animation play, not actual gameplay, against our current Ally X20 and our Ally X.
And it's definitely like a significant, even though it wasn't gameplay, it's still something you're really going to notice in terms of the depth of color, the richness of it as well. So, I mean, huge upgrade right there.
Absolutely. You're going to see some of the deepest blacks against those radiant highlights. That's what true HDR is.
Nice.
And as a gaming certified panel, that means you're going to get variable refresh rate. So we're so happy to say that this panel has AMD FreeSync Premium Pro. That means starting at 30 instead of 48 Hertz and going all the way to 120 Hertz, you get adaptive sync and it's with HDR. And best of all, it comes as a 7.4-inch panel that we fit into our portable ergonomic space by slimming the bezels on top. Players can also expect a suite of ROG software features intended for this whole experience at launch.
That's pretty, you know what, good job. I mean, the X was great. That's a really impressive amount of things that you've managed to pack into it. I mean, larger screen, brighter colors, deeper blacks, and also I'm a sucker for translucent hardware, so you got me on board with that straight away. Obviously, like you were saying, the Ally family has been undergoing numerous software updates, firmware updates that have improved the experience for players who already own an Xbox Ally or an Xbox Ally X. Can we expect that same level of updates to land with the X20 as well?
For sure. I mean, one of the things that I love about the gaming community is just the passion and there is no shortage of feedback that we get from all the fans out there. It really gives us inspiration, and we've made it our mission across Xbox and ROG to continue to level up the experience. Some of the examples of additional things that we've been doing is we've improved the library experience, so now players can actually pin their own games and pin their own apps, so they can just easily jump into the experiences that they love. We've also been rolling out a new feature called, and I'm referring to Super Wideband Stereo Voice support for Bluetooth LE audio. It's a lot of words, sorry I had to refer to my card here, but essentially what it means is that if you have a Bluetooth audio headset with a microphone and a game wants to go ahead and jump into using the microphone so you can play competitively or online, it just goes ahead and doesn't convert it to mono. It stays stereo, it stays surround sound like you'd want it to with Bluetooth, which is magical, and it's exactly gaming as it should be.
That's really cool.
Yeah, super
nice.
awesome. We've improved the docking experience as well, so that if you're going to plug into a TV or a monitor or even one of the augmented reality ROG X-Real headsets, it just works smoothly. We've also been rolling out automatic super resolution for insider preview, and that is going to help make the game sharper and smoother, especially on larger TVs. So overall, the X20 is going to benefit from all these features, just like the original Xbox Allies did on day one.
So yeah, day one, you get everything that they've worked already incredibly hard on, and it just means that you're getting a fully feature-equipped device that's also going to continue getting better as more of these updates roll out too.
Totally.
So all of that is just fantastic news. Guys, thank you so much for sharing all of that about the Xbox Ally X20. I'm going to have to go check out that pre-order link, I think, because I mean, look at it. It just looks great. But for those of you guys that are eager to get your hands on the ROG Xbox Ally X20, pre-orders are live right now for both the standalone handheld, but also a bundle that includes the limited edition ROG X-Real R1 glasses, a matching limited edition kill switch from D-Brand, and also, yeah, we're not done, a limited edition Pelican case for your handheld and accessories. So why don't you head to the website in the graphics just down below for more information and to secure yours today. But next up, I got a chance to catch up with the best gaming community in the world as they celebrate 25 years of Xbox. Because the Xbox Fan Fest World Tour was in full swing here in Cologne. And yeah, we were there to get in on all the action. So check this out. FanFest at Cologne is just so special. I want to know from you, what really makes a FanFest?
The energy of the fans is really what is just a highlight for me every year, getting to spend time with them.
Absolutely.
Connecting with people. It gives such deep purpose to what we do, the work we do, the games we make, and why gaming is such a unique social form of entertainment that connects us and lifts us all up, and the fans are the center of that.
I'm so excited to be back to celebrate with you, the fans, because as you know, the community is near and dear to me. But right now, we are here to celebrate the great games. We're here to celebrate 25 years of Xbox.
What is your favorite memory from across the years of Xbox?
I gifted my little sisters an Xbox for their birthday. They're 10 years younger, and it was very exciting seeing them exploring all the games and getting comfortable with the console.
So you're inspiring the next generation of Xbox fans.
Really excited. It's really a nice location, and the activities here are really cool. I won an Xbox controller, so that's a big plus.
I have to ask, you've been to so many throughout the years, what is your most favorite thing about FanFest? What makes it FanFest?
I mean, I have to say it's in the name, FanFest, right? It's the fans. They are what power this, they are what power Xbox. So coming here and feeling that energy, it's intoxicating.
Favorite thing about coming to FanFest?
Actually meeting new people every day, but also meeting friends from last year, and also playing all the good games, also in Game Pass. So, yeah.
tonight's really special because you're here with us celebrating. So I want to just give a big round of applause and say thank you to this Xbox community.
The world is shattered. Is all really lost? I'm Angelica, creative director on Kingdom 3 Rising Realms, and I'm about to share a glimpse of what we're building in the next installment of the Kingdom game series. Kingdom is an atmospheric, side-scrolling, micro-strategy and tower defense game where you play as the monarch, wielder of the crown of creation, giving you the ability to rule. Guided only by the light of your torch, you find yourself in a dark forest. Alone, you take your first step to building your kingdom and your legacy. Ancient monuments tower against the sky as if our ancestors are still casting their stony gaze over the landscape. This looks like a pretty good spot for an outpost. A key part in managing your kingdom is to build and recruit. So let's get some citizens and assign them jobs. Hammers will create workers to help us construct new buildings, like a palisade. And bows will get us archers, ready to hunt and defend the kingdom. It may seem kind of small at first, but we'll find more people to join our cause as we explore the lands. In Kingdom 3, we want to create a vibrant world that speaks of ancient legends and introduce you to some new faces, hopefully friendly ones. Like this elite character here. She's the Bowmaster, a skilled archer who will not only bring her own firepower, but also strengthen the other archers in the kingdom. Elites are new units. They're one of a kind and they'll all bring powerful and unique abilities, and strategic choices for upgrades. Sometimes for offense, sometimes for defense, or even for a boost on the economy side of things. And that's good, because you'll need all the support you can get. As the last rays of light sink into the sea, you'll hear howls coming from the forest. The greed, they are coming for you. Finding shelter behind the walls is a clever move. Thanks to some well-placed defenses, it looks like we'll survive the night. But something tells me the greed will be back. When dawn finally arrives, we can breathe again. This is a great time to head out and discover more of our surroundings. Maybe we can find out where the greed came from. In this world, you'll encounter plenty of mysteries, powerful artifacts, and mythological beings. This demo only shows a fraction of what we planned. Interesting. I can't seem to interact with this one just yet. Don't let the beauty of this world fool you. Everything you see is at risk. We've already encountered the nightly creatures, but it's not just them. No, it's the whole land. It's like the greed has turned nature itself against us, corrupted goo spreading and cursing the very ground we want to build our kingdom upon. Its spores and vines knock the coins out of our bag and threaten the very crown that sits upon our head. This is a new threat, and there's a new force within the greed, making them more powerful than ever. This has been a first peek into the world of Kingdom 3 Rising Realms. As you've seen, you can of course rule alone, but you don't have to. The game will have co-op, so you can always share the weight of the crown with a friend. I can't wait to show you more of the world in the future. Until then, you can wishlist Kingdom 3 Rising Realms right now.
All right, folks, it's time for the big show. Welcome to Reno Stead Airport, home of the Reno Air Races since 1966. And now welcome to the new home of the National Championship Air Races, Roswell, New Mexico.
Gamescom and didn't talk about Microsoft Flight Simulator, would it even be Gamescom? No. So joining me to talk about the update that you just saw is head of Microsoft Flight Simulator, Jörg Newman, and President and Chief Operating Officer of the National Championship Air Races, Tony Logatetta. Welcome, guys. How are you?
Great. Thank you for having us.
Well, thank you so much for being here. Now, the National Championship Air Races trailer, that looked sick, what we just saw.
Indeed.
Can you tell me a little bit more about it?
Sure, absolutely. So the National Championship Air Races go all the way back to 1964. Wow. It's a unique, one-of-a-kind event in the world. It features multi-lap, multi-aircraft racing with a variety of aircraft ranging from small aerobatic biplanes all the way up to World War II era warbirds and military training jets. It's really super cool. It's the world's fastest motorsport. Planes get over speeds of 500 miles an hour racing wingtip to wingtip.
That's
up
pretty
against
fast.
each other. Oh yeah. Not too many things that go that fast. Not with humans inside them anyway, right? You get some rocket cars and military jets and some commercial airliners, but yeah, it's pretty incredible. I took the ICE train from Frankfurt yesterday, and it only goes about half as fast as these ones do.
Got to catch up. That's incredible. Amazing variety of planes and amazing speeds as well. But tell me, how close to the ground do they actually fly? Because they look pretty close there.
Yeah, they get very close. So,
really?
Yes, it's 50 to 350 feet now. So 15 meters above the ground where a lot of them are flying. Yeah, it's
That's pretty scary.
Oh yeah, it's incredibly challenging, and it really takes the best pilots in the world to participate in the event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. Now, so you're like,
So we connected Jörg and his team with a bunch of our most experienced pilots.
Yeah.
And it's been so cool to watch them work and just work so hard at making this truly authentic and realistic, like bringing what's real into the flight simulator. So now we've got the old Reno racetrack, plus we have the new Roswell track. So I'm really excited for flight sim fans to see it.
I love the design of the Roswell track. That looked really cool.
It's awesome.
And then you've spoken about some of the pilots working with the team at Flight Simulator. Jörg, how have you made the team, you and the team made such an experience feel really authentic and realistic in flight sim for like the likes of me, who maybe isn't the best pilot just yet anyway?
Yeah, I mean, we couldn't obviously do it without the help of Tony and his team. So we worked with them for like 6 years now.
Cool.
And in Flight Sim 2020, we actually had the Reno Air Race. It's a classic race. And it was fun, it was exciting, it has a lot of fans, but for Flight Sim 2024, we want to take this a lot further, make it more realistic. And a lot of the realism comes out of the planes. So in Flight Sim 2020, you could just go full throttle forward and you could fly the race. It's no longer so. Now you actually have to manage the plane. You have to watch your manifold air pressure. You have to watch the engine temperature. And it's a more challenging thing, but it's much deeper. And it's a lot more fun. And on top of that, we added another race class, the short takeoff and landing race class. You saw it in the trailer. Yeah. They're like super close to the ground. It's like a 1-to-1 versus race. Also super fun.
Wow, it sounds really good and really fun. Yeah. I'd love to have a go, and we actually have experiences here at Gamescom, right, on the Xbox booth?
Yes. Like, so it's right over there. Like, it's the first time anybody outside the team can play the National Championship air races. We have a leaderboard. The leaderboard is a daily leaderboard. Yesterday I was on it for like a brief moment.
Oh, well done, you.
Yeah, well, but no. So whoever gets the top prize gets a really cool remote control P-51. We brought 7 of those planes. They're the fastest ones in the race, 500 miles an hour.
Wow.
And we'll see who wins.
Okay, well, maybe I'll have to have a go and try and win that prize for myself afterwards. Tony, thank you so much for joining us to tell us about the National Air Race Championships and what we can look forward to in Flight Sim with that. Can you let me know when that's coming out now?
Yeah, so the real live event is coming up in 3 weeks. It's September 16th to 20th in Roswell, New Mexico.
Not long at all. How exciting.
And we're going to start flighting it in Flight Sim, and it's releasing October 13th.
Yep.
Awesome.
So get ready.
Get ready. You better get ready. Now, Jorg, as usual, I know that's not all. Have you got something else to share with us today?
Just a little.
Just a little. Let's take a look.
Yeah, so I'm from Germany, as you probably know, right? So let's watch the trailer first.
Well, Jorg, that is a very pretty plane, but I'd love to know from you, is there anything about that that's special or any extra context I should know?
Yes, so as you know, I'm from Germany, here in Cologne. I love to come here and announce German planes. It's one of my favorite things in the world. This one, it's called the Heinkel HE-70 Blitz. It was the fastest plane in its time. So in 1930, Lufthansa, which is a big German airline, they wanted a plane to connect Hamburg, Berlin, Frankfurt and Cologne. Wow. And so this was the fastest plane of the time. It broke 8 of the world's speed records and has a special design. I don't know if you saw it, it was very innovative. So it had a retractable undercarriage. It was the first time that any airliner did that. It had the retractable air coolant for the engine, and that made it the fastest plane. It flew like 200 miles an hour back then, which was shocking. They only made 324. And none of them survived. The last one was scrapped, unfortunately, in 1954. So when we decided to bring this back, we had to find all the people who know anything about it, museums, aviation enthusiasts, and they helped us a ton. And it took many years to do this, and I think the end result is fantastic, and everybody's super happy. And I can't wait for everybody to play it. It launches today, as a matter of fact, right now.
That's a little celebration. Oh my gosh! Well, I can't wait to check out as well. Great context with the history and something a bit personal for you as well. That's lovely, Jorg. I really love the way you and a lot of the team are working to preserve such iconic historic aircrafts like the Blitz. And the other thing I love about Microsoft Flight Simulator is your dedication to bringing our planet to life throughout the digital representation of Earth.
Yeah, we call it the digital twin. And honestly, at Microsoft, we're so lucky. I feel so lucky. We have organizations like Bing Places, used to be Bing Maps, Planetary Science. And we have partners like Maxar Imaging, Vexel. We now have 500 cities. Photogrammetry that's like 3 to 10 centimeter resolution, so crazy good. And typically when we come to Gamescom, we're really thoughtful, like what should we show? In the last years, we always brought Germany, it was obviously a focus, Switzerland, Austria, and this year we thought, why not go above the Alps? You know, it's summer, it's warm, Italy is beautiful. So here it is, City Update 16, Italy.
I mean, I'm definitely excited to be back at Gamescom, but boy, do I want to go to Italy right about now. How about it, Jörg? You coming with me?
I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go to the beach. No, I'm seriously. I've been to northern Italy. I love Italy. I've been to northern Italy, like Bolzano, which we call Bozen, the Dolomites. But I've never been to San Marino. I've never been to Sardinia, Sicily. I'm super excited that people can go explore these places now. And this is also launching right now. And 2020 and 2024.
Wow, how exciting both. We can go and explore. Amazing. Now, Jörg, that's a lot of aviation already, but you said you had maybe another announcement for us?
Yes, and this one is personal. So like, for a few years now, we've tried to find a partnership with Lufthansa, which is the German flag carrier airline. And after all these years, I'm so happy to announce that we now have a relationship with Lufthansa. We're bringing the livery to the sim. And what's really perfect about this, Lufthansa is celebrating its 100th anniversary this year. They made a special livery on some of their fleet, the 100-year anniversary livery, and we're bringing that also to Flight Sim. Makes me so happy, I can't tell you.
Amazing, congratulations.
Thanks.
Aww. Now, would you like to take a look at that? Would you like to show us maybe?
Yes, we have a little quick trailer.
Let's do it.
This is Lufthansa 100 Heavy, line up for the 100 years formation.
Copy that. Lufthansa Super getting into position.
Jörg, that looks absolutely gorgeous. I love the livery. I can't wait to fly them as well. And congratulations again for that partnership. I love that. That's personal for you and to the team.
It's a match made in heaven.
Oh, fantastic. Love to hear it. Now, Jörg, before we let you go, I have a little challenge for you.
Okay.
You are head of Microsoft Flight Simulator, so I would like to hear how many planes you can name in 30 seconds. Are you up for it?
Okay.
Okay,
Planes?
let's get that timer starting. And now.
All right, Cessna 170, 172, 175, 180, 182, 185, 190, 195, 206, 207, Boeing 707, Boeing 717, 27, 37, 47, 57, 67, 77, 87, Airbus 220, 319, 320, 321, 330, 340, 350, 380, and then X1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Enough. Well done, York.
Explains.
I'm going to say that was like at least 1 million planes. So well
I
done.
don't know. I want to count.
Okay, we'll review it in post. York, it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much for bringing so much for us to enjoy and joining us into this excursion into the world of aviation.
Thank you so much. It's great to see you.
Great to see you. Have a great Gamescom. But for you guys here, these 4 days in August, Cologne is the epicenter of gaming with all the latest news and titles, including these next 4 games set to make their debut on an Xbox, PC, or a handheld near you, and some could be dropping a little sooner than you think.
There are treasures here that could change your life. The ones who have gone inside have been pretty silent through the years, but you are different. Aren't you? So, eat as well as you can. After all, you never know which meal will be your last.
This is a Paris that I no longer recognize. Every darkened corner is a tombstone, a reminder. Tell me, do you think I'm chasing a false path? Armitage. Wishlist now.
Let me once again welcome you to Blake Manor.
Tomorrow night, when the veil is thinnest, we will speak directly with one of the dead.
Why did you let it happen? Well then, Mr. Ward, welcome to the Grand Seance. I hope whatever you are looking for, you find it here.
Hey survivors! The heart of Daisy Badlands is Nasdara, a 267 kilometers squared arid borderland, layered with proud regional history, geopolitical intrigue, and countless stories waiting to be told. Most importantly, your story. But instead of being just survivors stranded on the coast, we now expect you to become nomads, mercenaries, and local to know the lay of the land. In short, you are expected to be more experienced, hardened, and shrewd. However, our motto, "This is your story," is still very much in effect. That means we still expect you to approach it in your own way and pace. You will lead your own story, by dying a lot. At first, this might happen because of prolonged exposure to the sun or extreme dehydration, since standing water is scarce in Nasdara. But you know what you are doing. You will search for regional clothing with low insulation, keep yourself in the shade, and maybe even team up with another player to restore a broken down well so you can share the water. And then they can betray you. Let's say you have the basics of survival figured out. You found some decent gear, interesting food and drinks to keep you going, a friendly companion to travel with, and motorcycles that can take you farther than you've ever gone before. Anyhow, at this point you will want to upgrade to better gear and find stronger protection. You'll have multiple points of interest to choose from, like these examples. But of course these areas will also attract other players, meaning there's always a risk of getting killed on sight. But there's a less risky and more interesting option. For this we suggest picking up a personal radio. These are no longer just tools for long distance communication, they can now receive transmissions that you'll need to decode yourselves. It may be worth investigating the locations they lead you to across the land where valuable loot awaits. We won't leave you high and dry, as you'll find resources to help you decode the messages. So, now that you have all the loot you need and more, how do you store it safely? You will be able to rebuild and barricade some of the houses found throughout Nasdara. Whether it is a single room or an entire building, there will be plenty of options to choose from, as long as you can gather the necessary materials for your reconstruction project. And most importantly, shelter is a necessity when it comes to keeping you and your squad safe, especially during a certain event, when all you can do is hunker down, wait it out, and hope it passes. Of course, these are only a few possible lives. As always, this is your story, and we can't wait to see them all. See you in the Badlands on October 15th, survivors.
November 15th, 2001. A new console, a green logo. It was called the Xbox. And it's now been 25 years, so hey, let's celebrate. And there's no better way than with new accessories and a lot of green. And I'm here with Scott Weber, Senior Hardware PM Lead Design for Xbox. And Scott, tell us a little bit about all this amazing collection.
Yeah, we've got a lot of really cool stuff here. So we worked with all of our hardware partners at Design for Xbox to put a collection of products together inspired by 25 years of Xbox. Translucent green, we've gone from audio, keyboard, and mouse, all the way down to a blind box mobile controller there from Backbone with 3 colorways inspired by the original consoles. And the you'll see the little halo in there, maybe a blue for the Japan exclusive. Very cool.
That's right, they're so sick. And like you said, you've got a good spread for all kinds of gaming experiences. I mean, players love using a black Razer mouse. That's a pretty classic.
Sure.
But I see we've gone for a splash of green here. So green is the new black. Tell us a bit about the Basilisk.
Absolutely. I mean, the highest quality stuff you can get, amazing polling rate, everything you'd expect from Razer. 75% size keyboard is also really cool, very popular right now. People are liking a little bit more tight and compact for their gaming setup, so super excited about these.
These are super sick. And you've even got, I think, your own Xbox key on it as well if you wanted to swap it out.
That's right, yeah, you can pop that and the game bar comes right up. It's a really nice feature, so when you're gaming, that's specifically bound to that. And you can, have all your socials right there, chat with all your friends, whatever else you need to do, manage your captures.
Hell yeah, I do a lot of capture. I'm not saying the gameplay's good, but I'm capturing at least.
Perfect, yeah.
We've also got some hammerheads as well, again, in that same kind of translucent green, which is really sick. What's the deal with the hyperspeed hammerheads?
These are so cool, right? So for a long time, we'd had requests for earbuds for console, right? And we never had the ability to do these. Now in this translucent green, this is actually something that connects directly to your console. So you still want to use these for on the go, you want to use them on your PC, that's great. But you can connect these directly to your console and get, latency-free 2.4 gigahertz sound.
Nice.
Perfect.
So it uses Xbox Wireless Protocol?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Very cool. It's just a little dongle that plugs into the back and you're good to go.
Really nice. And then what about when it's time to charge your controller? Because, I mean, I'm hoping to pick up one of the new Xbox 25th anniversary controllers. Can I charge that thing up with anything nice?
Yes, that 8BitDo charger right there is so cool. It perfectly matches the design, right?
Yeah.
So we've worked with them, worked with our team, industrial design team, to make sure that we have sort of a seamless experience that goes all the way through. It's the perfect way to display your very special controller, which we know is already a hot ticket item.
So sick. We were speaking to Carl Ledbetter yesterday about the design of the X25 console and how much went into getting the right kind of the green.
Yes.
Is it the same process for the charging stand as well?
Yes, absolutely. We work very closely with Carl's team to ensure that whatever's done from a first-party standpoint, our third parties are able to take advantage of the same thing. So it's a whole process of color matching and back and forth samples being sent, and Carl's always been a wonderful support in that.
I love that team collaboration. Yeah. And then in terms of, if I wanted to bundle all these together, maybe to take them home with me right now, is there anything else that's pretty handy for that?
PowerEye sling bag right here. Not only is this great for just stuffing whatever in, but it's actually a perfect fit for the Ally as well. So Ally is right behind us. That fits in there perfectly. There's room for a controller up here too. So it's just kind of a handy thing. If you were at FanFest last night, you might have walked away with one. So we're excited for everybody to get their hands on this.
Well, while you're just packing this all away for me in one of those so I can go home with that, thank you so much. But we're actually going to head over now to Charlie with the latest on the next installment of the Dragon's Dogma franchise.
The Dragon's Dogma community has been eagerly awaiting the newest expansion, Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen, since it was announced earlier this summer. Well, get ready, because it's time to check out the latest gameplay right from our stage. Joining me now, Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen producer Yoshiaki Hirabayashi and director Kento Kinoshita, along with interpreter Patrick Shields. Welcome to Gamescom, everyone.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining us. So, what I want to ask first, we're going to dive straight into the demo, and we're going to be focusing on this fallen dragon encounter we see here. So, why was this quest considered the one you wanted to show off, and why is it the best way to showcase what players can experience in this new region?
今回遊んでもらう利害の竜のクエストはなぜデモ版に入れたくて入れたんですか？どんなような体験をユーザーに提供したかったんでしょうか？
はい、今回ドラゴンズドグマ2ダークアリズンのノルガンの冒険においてプレイヤーが初めて出会う脅威のエネミーなので、それを体験していただきたくてこのシーンに切り出しています。
The Fallen Dragon is the first really powerful enemy that you're going to encounter in the new IC region of Norgin, so I just wanted to get straight to the point and let anyone who's trying out this demo discover just how tough it is.
Love that. Let's dive right in, and I want to pick up on the setting as we're going into the game as well. So you mentioned this snow blanketed area as well. So when we see these mountains and this landscape that you've generated, what did the team want to create with this new region, and what impression did you want to make on players for the very first time?
I
mean, look at that.
このように美しく雪に包まれた雪の国ですけど、プレイヤーにどういう印象を与えたくて、どういうコンセプトがあってこのモチーフの地域にしたのでしょうか？
はい、本編とは違う新しい体験を皆さんに楽しんでいただきたくて、こういった本編にはなかった雪に包まれた大地で遊んでもらいたいと思って、そこをコンセプトにしました。
The concept was really something completely different from the base Dragon's Dogma 2 game. We've never seen such a frozen wasteland in the context of this game, and this icy region I thought would just completely refresh the Dragon's Dogma 2 experience in players' eyes.
Absolutely. We're straight into the combat as well. There we go. It's worth mentioning as well that pawns are a really important system to the Dragon's Dogma franchise. So what role do they play as the player explores this new region of Norgin?
ポーンはやはりドラゴンズドグマならではの要素なので重要な USP だと思うんですけど、ノルガンではどういう役割を満たすのでしょうか？
はい、まず今回この今見えている砦に行きます。
So what we're doing right now is someone in the village settlement has asked us to go up to the fort that he just showed on the screen. There's some mysterious events going on, so we're going to go and check that out.
ポーンはクエストの目的地に連れて行ってくれますし、戦闘でもプレイヤーのことをたくさんサポートしてくれます。
The pawns are going to support us in a variety of different ways, not just combat support and lending a helping hand with these enemies, but they're actually going to show us the way to the stronghold and guide us on our adventure.
Amazing. And they're imbuing your items as well. That's why we're glowing here, yes?
今炎に包まれているのはポーンがその炎属性をキャストしてくれたおかげなんですね。
はい。ポーンがプレイヤーに炎のギフトをくれました。
Exactly. They've granted you the gift of fire just in time for the icy enemies.
Nice, perfect touch. Love that. Oh, there's also a new feature that's been added, right? A new way to initiate conversation and interactions with pawns.
今回新しく追加されている自分からポーンに指示できる要素があると聞いたんですけど、何なんでしょうか？
はい、命令を追加してまして、エクスプロアっていう探索をしなさいという命令だったり、近くに来てハイタッチをしようっていう命令が追加されています。
Yeah, we've added the explore command, which will command your pawns to check out the area and see if they can find anything. And also for the first time, you can actually suggest to the pawn, let's do a high five. This is something that was previously only organic, but now you can make it happen yourself.
Can we make a high five happen?
じゃあぜひハイタッチを命令してください。
High five!
今まだ戦ってるんでもうちょっと後でやります。
They're right in the middle of the battle, so maybe I'll leave them to it and give
Oh,
them a
fine.
moment.
You owe me a high five, though, okay? Could you tell us a little bit more about the design philosophy as well behind these? I mean, these really unique combat encounters. We just saw that the environment when you walked through that pillar there landed on someone too. So it's a pretty unique way you can fight through this universe.
こういうつららですとか、雪の氷の国ならではのギミックもあると思うんですけど、その辺のデザインのフィロソフィーとコンセプトについて教えてください。
そうですね。本編になかったこの地形を使ったりギミックを使った体験を大事にして。戦う以外の戦術としてこういった要素が楽しめるように作っています。このつららに敵を刺したりすることもできます。
Yeah, as you pointed out, things like these spiky ice spikes and icicles. I didn't want the frozen waste to just be a visual effect. It's really something that is part of the environment, and you can use these traps and gimmicks to fight enemies any way you wish. So it adds a certain extra level of strategic combat nuance that you couldn't find in the other regions.
Wonderful, I love that. Oh, we found a spooky cave. I think so. I wanted to actually tap in on something. I think when you open the chest, if my memory serves, yes, there we go. Spoils are a really important element when it comes to player's progression and adventure. So how does this experience compare with a traditional loot system?
従来通りの、宝箱を開けてルートをもらうシステムと今回の遺産品を入手して鑑定するシステムはどのような違いがあるのでしょうか。
今回この遺産品は戦闘の中で敵を倒しても手に入りますし、さっきみたいに探索でも手に入ることができます。
Firstly, the relic system is not limited to combat. As we saw, you'll be able to discover little nooks and crannies throughout the map, and you can find relics in hidden treasure boxes. So there's a variety of ways to get them.
Sorry.
これは鑑定することで、どのような武器か防具が手に入るようになります。
Deeply unserious gameplay here.
Anyway, back to the relics.
We've got a snowball. What is going on?
Yeah, so once you get the relics, you're going to want to go back to the settlement, and by appraising them, you can discover exactly what spoils you've received and what kind of weapon or armor you got.
I see, fantastic. I also noticed as well, so many things just went on there, but I want to go back to when you were walking up the hill just then. The player was sort of shielding themselves from the weather. I'm assuming that's something that's unique to this area that we've not seen before.
今いろんなことが同時に起こってたと思うんですけど、確かに猛吹雪に向けてプレイヤーキャラクターが手を挙げて耐えてる演出があったんですけど、その辺のちょっとゲームプレイの要素について、仕様について教えてもらえますか。
はい、このフィールドならではの風向きがあるんですね。で、風向きの向いてる方に向かい風の場合はもう寒いんで手を当ててちょっと動きが遅くなったりする演出が入っています。逆に追い風になるとプレイヤーは早く動いたり遠くまでジャンプができます。
Yeah, this wind system is not just about the fact that it's freezing cold. You actually have to work with or against the wind direction. So at times whenever he's holding his hand up, that means he's walking into the wind and it's going to slow down your progress and make you colder. But if you're going in the opposite direction, actually having the wind at your back can be a benefit and it can make you move faster.
He's snowballs. He's a menace. Tell him he's a menace.
もう意地悪なんですね、遊び方が。
いや、紹介ですよ。
All I want to do is show you the features.
Oh, thank you. There's crazy features. Also, am I right in saying that this is kind of a weird place to be encountering ghouls? Is this hinting at something else that's maybe wrong with the area?
このような設定にグールっていう敵がいるのはなんかちょっと違和感を感じますけど、それなんかのヒントになってたりするんでしょうか。
そうですね。本来このノルガンという土地にはグールのような魔物はいなかったんです。でも村の小集落にいる NPC のドリたちからこの砦で異変が起きてるから調べてくれと言われてここに来ているので、その中で今グールに出会って何か異変が起きているという状況です。
Exactly. The reason we've come up to this fort is because the people in the village have told us something strange is going on up here. We've never seen these kind of undead creatures, so we want you to go and investigate. And really, there shouldn't be ghouls up here in the icy waste of Norgan. So we're going to have to find out what the source of this infestation is.
Absolutely. And the best way to figure that out is another new feature that you guys have added, which is 6 skill slots you have now. So 2 brand new ones. So why was that addition important for players in this update?
今探索と戦闘している間に、確かに武器のスキルが、4つから6つセットできるようになっている状況でのプレイなんですけど、なぜそういうふうに仕様を変更したのでしょうか。
はい、ユーザーの皆さんからいろいろお声をいただいて、戦闘は楽しいんだけれどももう少しカスタムスキルをセットしたいんだというご要望もたくさんいただいたので、カスタムスキルのセット数を4から6に増やしています。
The increase in the skill slots was really a response to player feedback. As you said, it was only 4 slots in the base game, and we heard from a lot of players that while they loved the combat action of the game, they just felt a little bit limited in terms of their toolset variety. So boosting that up to 6 slots, I think, just gives you so many more options at a given time, and
Everyone
it adds,
wants to do more.
yeah,
right?
it gives you extra depth to your gameplay.
こちらのカスタムスキルが4から6になるのは9月の2日に予定しているタイトルアップデートですでにもうドラゴンドグマ2本体の方で体験することが可能です。
This isn't a DLC exclusive feature though. We're adding in the extra skill slots in the update which we've just announced this morning is coming on 2nd of September European time, 1st of September Pacific time. You'll be able to update your base Dragon's Dogma 2 game and enjoy that extra 2 skill slots even if you haven't yet got into Dark Arisen.
Fantastic news. Feels like Christmas. What a gift.
嬉しいプレゼントなんですね。
I'm wondering, do you have any favorite class types to fight as, or anyone that you guys tend to roll with immediately?
テストプレイとかプライベートでも好んで選ぶジョブとかありますでしょうか。
僕はファイターのスラッシュ&ボードの遊び方が好きなのでよくこのファイターを選んで遊んでいます。
I believe simple is best, so I stick to the fighter. You know, they call it sword and board gameplay, and that suits me perfectly, so I stick with the fighter usually.
Amazing. What's that? I'm gonna guess that's the fallen dragon we saw at the beginning.
これは一体何でしょうか。利害の竜という存在だったりするのでしょうか。
はい、このシーンの目玉となるボスバトルが始まります。
Yeah, this is the key centerpiece of this quest. It's the battle with the fallen dragon.
It's got a really how do I say this as a compliment? That's a really horrible looking dragon. And I'm gonna guess the ghouls are connected to him in some way because he's spitting them up.
この不気味な要素からするとおそらくグールの存在に関連している存在なんですね。
そうなんです。
今まさしく喋ってる間に吐き出しましたし、
グールを吐き出してグールも迫ってきますし、このドラゴンとも戦わなきゃいけない非常に危機の楽しめるシチュエーションです。
Exactly. While you were asking, he literally puked up those ghouls.
Yeah.
So they're question asked, question answered.
There you go.
So they're going to add a little bit of extra spice to this boss battle. You're not just taking on this huge dragon, but you have this crowd of ghouls to try and manage as well. Yeah.
Absolutely. And clearly, you can see from the screen right here, if anyone hasn't played any Dragon's Dogma gameplay, that health bar is pretty monstrous. So we know that this dragon is an immense threat to this region. So why was he the best one to show off for this experience? Is it because he was big, mean, ugly, and difficult, or was there another reason?
HP ゲージとドット数からすると相当手強い敵だと思うんですけど、あえてこの高難易度の敵をデモのクエストとして選びたかったのでしょうか。チャレンジングな内容ということをアピールしているものでしょうか。
そうですね。チャレンジングな内容もアピールできたらいいと思ってたんですけれども、いいと思ってるんですけれども、それ以上にこのノルガンのストーリーに対して重要なドラゴンだから紹介したくてシーンに入れています。
That's certainly one aspect, showing you that there's really meaty challenge awaiting you in Dark Arisen, but also the Fallen Dragon is really a key puzzle piece to the game's storyline. So I wanted to choose a quest where people can get an experience of what awaits them in the story as well.
He's crawling all over his head now. I mean, it's amazing gameplay. I absolutely love it, and it's so good to see a battle with a dragon because it's such a defining feature of the series. So, can you tell us some more maybe memorable moments we can expect from this combat encounter?
今回のボス戦は今頭に登ったりしてると思うんですけど、他に何か期待できるサプライズな要素ですとか、チャレンジングの部分を紹介してもらっていいでしょうか。
はい、これからもう少し頑張って心臓がないんです。
I'm going to keep trying to take him down, and you'll probably see some changes as the fight progresses. But it's quite easy to notice right now that this dragon actually has no heart in its chest. There's a hollow hole.
Wow, that's the blue that we're seeing. It also doesn't have a head anymore.
またこのように頭を壊してもまだ動くのです。
He may have lost his head, but he's gonna not just die instantly. So don't worry, the battle isn't over.
The health bars going isn't a sign of good things. There's actually more work
HP ゲージが
to
効
do.
いたのはもう終わってるっていうわけではないんです、ね。
そうなんです。
Yeah, still not over.
Oh no. And the health bar is completely back.
もう完全に回復したじゃないですか。HP ゲージ。
はい。
And so are all the ads.
そうです。まだグール入ってきますし、まだ動くので、プレイヤーはどうやったら倒せるのかを探して戦うことが。
Yeah, you quickly realize that even a beheading won't do it, and also the ghoul puking is back. So at this point, the player is thinking, how am I going to beat this thing?
Absolutely, 100%. He's lost an arm now as well. I'm going to guess now's a really bad time to ask the pawns to high five, right?
この間でハイタッチするのはさすがにタイミング悪いんですよ、ね。
危険です。
It's too dangerous.
はい。そして今壊した部位を再生しました。不死の竜なんです。
Well, it's kind of an undead dragon essentially.
Yeah,
so some of the parts that we've cut off are starting to regenerate as well. So it's pretty tough.
So does that mean you need to change up your strategy in fighting this, or is this maybe a lost battle to begin with?
もう戦略を変えるべきなのか、もはや諦めることなのでしょうか。
そうですね。物語を通してこのドラゴンを倒す方法を探さなくてはなりません。
Through the course of the storyline, you're going to have to realize, taking on board that you couldn't beat it this first time, you need to find a way to slay this dragon, and that's going to be the centerpiece of the story.
Wow, okay. I mean, he's really put a nail in the coffin there. There's no way you're going to come back from that.
ですが、ここでもう一人キャラクターが登場します。
Well, just whenever we thought things were lost, we're going to find some support from a surprising source.
Ah, this mysterious woman. Am I allowed to know who this is?
この謎に包まれた女性の存在について何か教えてもらえることはありますか？
どうぞ。ここからはこの女性がどういうふうにこの竜と自分と関わるのかはぜひゲームプレイを通して楽しんでいただきたいんです。
Well, I would love to spill all the secrets right now, but I really want everyone to enjoy the game, so I'm going to leave it for you to find out when you get your hands on Dark Arisen.
Fair enough. I can't ask for anything more. So let's recap everything that we spoke about today. So there's new environments, new exploration mechanics, spoil system, narrative mysteries, but what do you think will surprise long-time Dragon Dogma fans most when they first set foot in this region?
今回新しいエリアや戦闘、コンバットでできることをいろいろ紹介してもらったと思うんですけど、ドラゴンズドグマの既存ファンが一番驚く新要素は何だと思いますか？
一番驚く新要素はいくつもあるんですけれども、ちょっと今日ご紹介したい内容としては今まで本編にもなかったんですけれども、このレリックを集めるために小集落にいる狼を連れてレリックを探せることがチャームポイントになってます。
I think players will be surprised and delighted by a lot of the new features, but if I had to pick one, I would say that we showed you getting relics through combat and also through finding them in little parts of the map, but there's another way you can get them, which is in the settlement. There's actually a wolf who, if you befriend the wolf by feeding it, it'll bring you out into the world and discover relics for you. So it's a brand new companion and another way to find relics.
I love that. That sounds fantastic. Well, I have one final question before we go. We couldn't get to see a high five in the game, but can I maybe have a high five here today? Is that okay?
最後になかなかゲームではできなかったハイタッチをもうリアルでここでできませんか？
Amazing! High five! Thank you so much. Thank you. Patrick, bring it in. Thank you so much. Well, have an amazing Gamescom. Thank you so much for joining us today. And coming up next, the team from Infinity Ward stops by to talk Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 and what we can expect from the beta. And we also take a trip to the Call of Duty booth experience to find out what fans are getting their hands on throughout the show. But first, get out your whipsword. This is Son of Tanjai.
எங்கிருந்தாலும் வருவேன். உயிரோடு மட்டும் இரு.
தப்பான இடத்துக்கு வந்துட்ட தம்பி.
எப்படி சாக வேண்டும்? வலியில் துடித்தா வலி இல்லாமலா?
அந்த கால் என்னடா?
கள்ளு கடைக்கு போகலாம் காலா. குடிக்க அல்ல, முடிக்க.
கடவுச்சொல் போ
நீதான் இந்த கூட்டத்துக்கு தலைவன் வாங்கலடா ரத்தத்தை பார்த்தாலே ஒரு காட்சி
என்னை காப்பாற்றுவதை விட்டால் உனக்கு வேறு வேலை இல்லையா?
அவனா ஒருவன்.
A tower filled with horrors, built by memory. Heroes are dead. Echoes remain. You are what you carry, and what you leave behind. Each relic you discover was built by memory. Some of them are eternal. Fight to be remembered.
Hi, I'm Min from Bonfire Studios. We're super excited to announce that Archeron is coming to consoles. We've been playtesting as a team for years. We've expanded it into PC, and now we're bringing our playtesting to Xbox. I'm here with Jeremy and Elliot, and we're going to talk to you about how much we love our game and why it's fun and different. So how would you describe Archeron to a friend?
I would describe it as like an isometric, ability-based, competitive PvP game.
Bang.
Use that one. There's more, right?
Yeah.
But if you just kind of get to the core of it, that's how I would describe it.
To someone who's never played the game before, how would we describe our combat?
Yeah, I would say the first thing is if you look at a screenshot or you watch a couple of videos of Archeron, you would guess how it plays, but you'd probably be wrong. I think the combat in general, it might look like an ARPG or something else like that, but it plays more like a shooter, which is why it's really perfect for a controller. I think that the combat itself is dynamic. The game sense really matters. Your combination, rotation of abilities really matter. Your aiming is very important, and then team play is super critical.
I think if players have a foundation in twin stick shooters, I think they're going to feel right at home playing Archeron on controller. You know, the combat is you aim your attacks in front of your character model. There's no aim assist on anything, PC or controller. So accuracy really matters. And because we are an item-based game, there are some items that'll give you like an aerial effect or skill shot ability. So that might remind you more of like a MOBA.
And that's where the magic, I think, unlocks is like when you actually start figuring out the movement, knowing what the items are, and then aiming. And that first time you do that Rinchi cleaver leap, and then you land on a player, it's like magic. So we've got these really cool characters in the game called Eternals. They give you access to these different playstyles. Can you tell us a little bit about what Eternals actually do in the game?
Yeah, so Eternals were kind of designed to be a synergistic gameplay scenarios. Because we have a loadout system and you can pick different items from different Eternals, when you become a full Eternal, each item is meant to pair well with the rest of the loadout.
You made a lot of these Eternals. Like, do you have a favorite child?
They're all my favorite. The Eternal that I love playing the most right now probably is Hollow. She's just always been a playstyle that I really liked. Using the wall to separate the enemy, it's super fun. Being able to root somebody with the Sneklin special ability and that be the initiator is awesome. Then you kind of sit back and kind of range people down and support your team a little bit more.
You can start that way, and I would definitely encourage people to start that way if they find something that they like. But man, at least me personally, I love Shatter builds. 2-2, give me 2-2 all day. Right. When you start memorizing what set bonuses are, you're like, infinite possibilities.
Yeah. We've got two different ways to play. Can you tell us a little bit about Spires?
Yeah, so Spires is an arena climb game mode, so it's 3v3. You get your items by purchasing them before you enter a best of 3 match. And you'll repeat that process. It's a super great way to learn items and get item familiarity and get repetitions with things that resonate with you.
I know, Elliot, you like Spires a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I like both game modes for different reasons, but I think Spires is a great way to kind of warm up to even get into Ascension. You know, like Jeremy said, this could be the nice way you start, and then you kind of graduate into that Ascension mode.
I think that's a good segue to jump into Ascension. So, playing Spires, you're getting the reps, you're mastering combat.
Right.
Now you've learned that, you're jumping into Ascension. What's happening in there?
Yeah, so if Spires is all about player agency and selecting what you want and getting familiar with it and getting reps with the things that you're into, Ascension starts you with nothing. And there's 45 other players, 15 teams of 3. You all start with nothing. You need to loot on each floor, find your items, build your loadout, synergize with your team, and at some point, the beacons will call. You're kind of just building tension. Every beacon fight feels like the final fight of another larger scale multiplayer match. The top one has the added tension. And all right, this is for all the marbles.
You make it all the way to the top and you win that one. I just feel like that's just peak Archeron.
Yeah,
it's just how charged you feel when you win 4 fights in a row is just pretty nuts. So we've told you a lot about how fun Ascension is to play. Now we're gonna show you the final fight of an Ascension match from our morning playtest.
Okay, you're on your own. Care. Okay. Green. Gotta back up.
Got a glow?
Toker's down. Got a Tilfer. Yeah. I'm watching Tilfer's body.
Full healing.
Oh.
Right there. He's rezzing.
Nope. Healing. Oh, I got no heals.
Yes!
Yeah, let's go.
Thank you so much for allowing us to share Archeron with you today. The game's coming to Xbox very soon in our cross-platform closed beta. We hope you'll join us there, and if you're interested, go to our website for more information. See you in the tower.
Welcome to the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 booth, where we've got 24 demo stations where players are getting the chance to go experience some thrilling 6v6 multiplayer matches. Weekend 1 of the open beta kicks off tomorrow, so we'll throw it to Benny, who is standing by with the team from Infinity Ward, to tell us all the juicy details.
So, fresh off the early access beta weekend, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 is on the minds of many of us as one of the biggest games of the year. And here, with what fans can expect from the upcoming open beta, please welcome Infinity Ward's game technical designer, Jack Hoppus. Welcome.
How's it going? Good to see you, Benny.
How's your Gamescom been going so far?
Dude, it's incredible. The booths are insane. It's sick to see players playing Modern Warfare here. It's been a great time so far.
Yeah, and I want to start off because I know Infinity Ward really find community feedback important. You've been really working on doing that in communication, that you did a tweet earlier today as well. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately throughout both weekends of this open beta, what we're looking to do is find the most feedback and, seeing what are pain points with players, but also what they're really resonating with. So we're doing a bunch of changes, fixing bugs, finding these pain points, these adjustments that we could be doing, and fixing them within beta weekend 1, but we also have a huge amount of changes for beta weekend 2. We're looking at touching everything from aim assist to movement to weapon balancing to spawns as well. We'll have a full list out at a later time, but we're really looking to hammer down these things for beta weekend 2 and ultimately up through launch. But it's been great. It's been exciting for us to hop in alongside the players, hop in kill block with them. We've got a lot of stuff for beta weekend 2 in terms of new content, Resurgence as well. There's going to be a huge amount of stuff for players to get into.
Yeah, I'm so excited. We'll get into a bit of this throughout this conversation as well. And yeah, make sure to keep sending your feedback, because I know Infinity Ward have been loving getting that from players. But what surprised you about the beta from the closed weekend?
I mean, a lot of stuff, right? We got a lot of great feedback. I think what surprised us was, so we were doing COD Next, right? Yep. We were about to get on stage at COD Next, and I hear in my ear, they're like, the first nuke has been achieved. Like, I know. They already got nuke in the beta.
Cammy got it.
Yeah. And I was like, it's so sick. I saw the clip. It was incredible. Also seeing players really hop into the mobility course has been super sick. We tried out a lot of different routes internally at the studio. We really hammered down on the mobility course as a way to test our new movement changes. And, devs were staying up late. They were screen recording their screens and, going back frame through frame on how they could best optimize it. And we thought we had a pretty good time, a pretty good route. And when the beta launched, we saw some of the routes that these players were taking and competing with each other. And it was incredible to see. It was... we watched back through some of the routes themselves, and what was interesting is the routes themselves weren't super different than what we were internally doing at the studio, but the adjustments and the, reloading, you're like, I already have to go down this ladder, let me reload while I'm falling, and then do a roll at the very end, or, go through this section a little bit quicker by some clever jumps and some clever mantles was super surprising and fun for us to see in the beta. So it's been really fun seeing it online.
Yeah, I was obsessed. I was trying to even knife switching, just make sure your melee is out, shaving every little thing if you can.
Exactly.
What was your fastest time?
Oof.
I felt like throwing you under a bus. I was like, fastest time.
I think we got in the low 40 seconds, I want to say, but we've been seeing some times online that it's we're like, how are you doing that? It's insane.
Now, we've obviously got the open beta just around the corner.
Yep.
What can fans expect from that? What new features and modes are players going to get?
A lot. So you're going to be able to play Resurgence for the first time in the beta. So it's been great. You'll be able to play our new Resurgence map, Zodiac.
Yep.
This is something that we have designed in partnership with Beanox, and we've been playtesting a bunch. We're super excited to get a bunch of early Warzone Resurgence feedback. We've been having a great time on this. Oh yeah, you see that?
This execution out of the sky. No more shooting people with pistols.
It looks rad, right? There's so many cool POIs on this map. We're super excited. We also have 2 new modes coming alongside Core MP. We've got Hijack, which is kind of this attack and defend tug-of-war style mode where you're fighting over this data spike in the middle of the map, trying to plant it on the enemy comm station and gain points for your team. We're super stoked with this. We built it with a competitive focus in mind. It's been getting sweaty at the studio. We're excited for players to get their hands on it.
Yeah, I've been in those studio play tests. They get competitive.
Right?
Everyone's shouting at each other from across the room.
Yeah.
Now with this mode as well, I just saw he just threw it into someone, almost like a throwing knife as well.
Yeah. So you wield the spike. It actually takes up the spot of your lethal equipment, and you could either throw it onto the tower, the comms tower, like you see right here, or you can walk it in. And if you're really in a pinch and you just need to get someone right away, you can throw it as a lethal, almost like a throwing knife, and bonk it off of them.
I can also see people throwing it across to each other's teammates, a bit like American football.
Yeah, exactly. And you saw in the clip maybe for a second there, you can actually shoot it out of the air as well. So if you're really clever and really quick on the sticks, you can actually snipe it out and block, playing almost defense for your team.
Oh, that's class. Another big thing that's changed gameplay with Modern Warfare 4, something new that we've seen, is Apex attachments.
Yep.
Can we talk a little bit more about those?
Yep. So Apex attachments are the final unlock in your weapon progression journey, and these completely change the way that the gun plays. So here you can see for the ISO, it's got these laser-tipped, or kind of these RFID chips inside of the ammo that once you shoot a target, you can locate them through walls. Here you see the harpoon for one of our marksman rifles. You can see, what do we got here?
It's the M4 Hurricane, right? Is that the M4? It looks like it.
Look at that. Yeah. So we've got a bunch of,
this is amazing when you
These are insane. These are the throwing knives on the side of the Oris. So if you're in a pinch or you're in these kind of close quarters combat, you can use these as a quick maneuver. For the PPSH, we've got a bunch of really sick Apex attachments to show off. And you want to know a little hack?
Yeah,
I'll show you a little hack.
I always love hacks.
Also, these are sick. Hack is you could actually, if you're playing gunfight, a bunch of our loadouts include the Apex attachments for the weapons. So if you want a sneak peek of them, just queue up some gunfight and you'll be able to play.
Give them a little go. Give them a go.
Before reaching the max level.
Yeah,
so,
that's the hard thing, because working way through. And I really liked one of the features when you rank up weapons in multiplayer, that some of the attachments will also unlock on the other guns.
Yep. So we really wanted to streamline the weapon progression journey this time around and have it be incredibly satisfying where, hey, I already unlocked this attachment on my M4 and I'm leveling up a different rifle.
Yeah.
Why do I need to unlock it again? We're just going to let you skip that level and go right on to the next one, making, that first level up, unlock a bunch of attachments, and then progressive weapons down the line, you'll be skipping levels left and right.
Now, multiplayer is obviously such a huge part of Call of Duty, and Modern Warfare 4 is really trying to advance that. Can you tell us sort of more of the vision for Modern Warfare 4 and what innovations that we can expect?
Yeah. I mean, overall, our vision with multiplayer for this game was to make you feel like you are having the most fluid, grounded experience that you can in a Call of Duty game. With this means that we never want you to feel like you're stuck in an animation or you can't do something. We never want the game to tell you no, right?
Yeah.
So you could see this in moments like our new mantling system. Previously, mantling used to kind of be this animation where you felt like you were lumbering over a surface. And now, you can mantle into a slide. You can mantle ADS. You can actually cancel your mantle as well, getting out of it early if you see something and you want to bail out of it early. So our philosophy with multiplayer this time around is to give you the most freedom that we ever have and have it be the most fluid, grounded, and really polished multiplayer experience that we've had to date. And a lot of that comes with feedback from the community, right? Like what we've been doing with the open beta, or with the early access beta last weekend and the open beta this weekend, is to really see what players love and what we can really polish upon for launch. So that's really been our guiding light, is following what we find to be is true and listening to the community as well.
Yeah, I think it goes back, like the community sending feedback, kind of making those changes, and also getting in the mobility course so you can like perfect that movement. It really does help.
Yeah. We built it as a way for ourselves to test the movement, but we were having so much fun with it that we wanted to get it in the players' hands.
It's such a fun thing to do because you like try to shave all those times off. But talking about the fun things to do, there's some players don't want to always play a competitive mode. What other fun stuff do we have coming for Modern Warfare 4?
Yeah, I mean, in the second weekend of the beta as well, we have our new ground war experience. This time it's called Combat Outpost, where you're fighting over these 3 key buildings in 2 POIs and Hajin, which is our big map where DMZ will take place. And you're fighting over these big outposts, and every time, the more time you stay on the point, the stronger that your outpost is going to be. You're going to reinforce it, and eventually it's going to start off with these UAV radars, and then it's going to be airdropping in kill streaks for your team. And then if you progress long enough, you're actually going to get tanks so you can push into the enemy territory and gather more outposts for your team. This is super fun. It's this large-scale vehicular combat. They're going to be playing it on 2 POIs in the beta. It's Imgen Farmland and Wolves Stadium. Both of these are going to offer a new variety of gameplay to play on. It's super fun. You're fighting in these big open areas. You can see our kill streaks come in, have these big air shows combined with this vehicular combat, but also kind of, in part with our close quarters combat while you're actually taking these outposts. So yeah, you can see here some of our kill streaks being called in. This has been a lot of fun. It's played on this large scale combat. It's been a great experience.
It's also, the map looks amazing because of course, super excited for the big map experience later on. And just this is the first opportunity people are going to have with that map, with Hajin. So it's great to see. Also, spawns.
Yeah.
I really want to touch on this because it's such an important part of Call of Duty and like your playing experience. Can you tell us the approach for that with Modern Warfare 4?
I mean, we've gotten a great amount of feedback from the beta, and it's clear that some of our spawns need tuning. So this varies from mode to mode, but what I can say is that we've been in there with you guys in the beta. We are looking at more than just the data. We're looking at the feedback. We're playtesting a bunch at the studio right now, and we've got fixes incoming for spawns, and it's definitely something at the very top of our priority list to work alongside the players, to feel it with you guys, be in the playtests. And it's something that I can tell you right now, we're definitely working as we speak at the studio to make sure that this is perfect, not only for beta weekend 2, but for launch as well. It's definitely something that we are going to continue to work on.
Yeah, I'm really excited. And I know you guys play an absolute ton. Like you were saying, we were chatting earlier, you've played over 16 hours in a day already.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm super excited. I just want to say a big thank you because obviously Modern Warfare 4 here has been making a huge splash.
Yeah, it's great.
You can see all the fans queuing up, playing, getting the experience, and seeing what we have on offer. What's one thing as well that you're most excited about with Beta Weekend 2 coming up for players?
We got fun new maps coming in. We got Lithium, which is a new 6v6 map, which I love. I'm excited to welcome in more players into the beta itself. We're gonna have a huge suite of players jumping alongside with us. Players will get to play the campaign again as well. That mission is incredible. It really sets the tone for the story and the cast of characters that we really want to show off. And honestly, just hopping in alongside with you guys. It's going to be, we at the studio, we're hearing this feedback, we're gathering it all, but we're also playing alongside you guys, which has been great.
Yeah, I'm just determined to try and get a nuke at some point this weekend. Because like you said, Cammy dropped the first one during COD Next, which was insane.
It was insane, I'm telling you.
You got any tips? You got any tips on how players can go ahead and get that nuke?
I don't know, just be coordinated. Don't Don't play too risky, if you want to get that nuke. But I mean, we saw it at COD Next. We saw it way earlier than I thought we were going to see it.
It happens.
It's
it
incredible.
happens. I'm excited because, obviously, Ghost is going to be available with the beta weekend too. That might help with the UAVs. So I'm excited.
Yeah, they're going to reach 10 new levels as well. You're going to level up to level 30. New perks, new field upgrades, new equipment, new kill streaks. New stuff for player progression, so hit that level 30 as well, and there's a lot of fun stuff for you to play.
There's so much. You've got multiplayer, resurgence. You've got the big map,
kill block, single player.
Campaign.
Got a lot of stuff. Yep.
It's got to be the biggest beta ever. But Jack, honestly, thank you so much for coming and talking to us. I really enjoyed it. I'm really excited for the weekend. And make sure you get involved as well. But thank you so much, Jack.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, today we've seen the future of gaming, from horror to racing, from sims to first-person shooters, and everything in between. And there is a ton to look forward to, including more than 15 titles available on Xbox Game Pass. Plus, with the biggest games coming to Xbox, like Minecraft Dungeons 2, Gears of War E-Day, EA Sports FC 27, NBA 2K 27, Fable, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, and Grand Theft Auto 6. No matter where or how you game, the best place to play is on Xbox. Now to a psychological survival horror game with a unique retro look and feel. Fight and survive against the ominous presence slowly consuming this 90s Polish town. This is Holston.
Wczoraj przyszedł faks. To jest głębsze niż ubojnia. Większe niż nowa trójca. Znów mu odjebało. Ktoś tu jest? Halo?
W trójcy jedyny na przebłaganie.
Potem zaczęły się schody. Znaleźć Bartka i przekonać go, żeby porzucił swoje śledztwo. Wiem, jak wiele przeszedłeś.
To w tobie jest paskudna skaza.
Musisz się z nim zobaczyć? To, czego potrzebujemy i to, czego chcemy, to dwie różne rzeczy. Może chcesz go zobaczyć, ale tak naprawdę potrzebujesz, żeby zniknął.
Hello guys, today I'm excited to share a closer look at Tides of Annihilation through our first hands-on demo and the story trailer at Gamescom. At the heart of Tides of Annihilation is our dual frontline battle system. Gwen does not fight alone. She can call on different knights, each with their own fighting style and role. In our first hands-on demo, players can try 5 knights in 8 different combinations. Each setup pairs a main knight with a sub-knight, and different pairings change how you fight.
Try this.
For example, Palamedes focuses on powerful charge attacks, while Kay, the Time Knight, can freeze enemies and control the pace of the battle. Together, they create a simple flow. Freeze an enemy, create an opening, then land a heavy strike. Other pairings offer longer combos, more mobility, more control, or bigger burst damage. Our goal is to let players find the combinations that fits them best.
Try this.
Beyond combat, knights also play an important role in exploration. We wanted them to be helpful on Gwen's journey, not just tools you bring into a fight. For example, the archer can use a charge shot to break obstacles, ignite certain targets, and even create road paths in the air, helping Gwen reach places she otherwise could not. These abilities makes exploration feel more active, while staying true to what makes each knight unique. And as players progress through the full game, they will discover more knights and more ways to use their abilities, with each one bringing something new to both combat and exploration. While the knights are a big part of Tides of Annihilation, Gwen is still at the heart of the story. Our latest story trailer at Opening Night Live shows an earlier side of her, before she becomes the fighter players meet in the game. At this point, Gwen has just been separated from her sister and thrown into a world consumed by the fog. She is not trying to save the world, she just wants to survive and find her sister. That changes when Guinevere tells her that she carries the power of King Arthur and may be able to command both the fog and the knights.
But if you wish to reclaim London, you must harness the fog.
Her words, "teach me," mark the moment she decided to step forward. By the time players meet Gwen, she is already stronger and more determined. But her journey is only beginning. For our Gamescom demo, we wanted to show how modern London and the world of Avalon can exist side by side. The Grey Russell Museum is a good example. We start with a place that feels real and familiar, and then slowly bring fantasy into it. As players move through the museum, they begin to see that change. Vines grow from the building, broken knight's armor fills the halls, and the world of myths starts to take over. We also expanded areas like the Chinese, Egyptian, and Japanese galleries, while keeping the identity of each space. Later, places like the Book of the Dead, Folded Realm, and Reflection, the Grey Russell Museum takes players much further into the fantasy side of the world. What ties it all together is what we call apocalyptic romance. A world where modern London meets ancient legend, and where destruction can still feel beautiful and full of wonder. Gwen's journey is only beginning. We can't wait for you, our players, to experience it. So I will say, see you at the Tides.
What's this do?
No, because it goes up, not the tower.
Oh, no.
What did you do?
Wait, I didn't know that was going to happen. What do you think will happen?
Okay, battery is off. Should we put the big things on first and make it easily climbable? You on?
There is also a hover pack over here.
I would like one of those.
This is insane teamwork. It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, later, guys. If that reaches zero, it collapses.
I can't roll.
You just free that!
My head.
Oh no, I got benched!
Caravan, anyone?
No, let go.
One car, please. I want a bat, but not like as hot as.
It bounced back.
Oh my god!
Oh, back in time.
Guys, rebuild the tower.
Oh no!
No! Move on over, Aladdin. Bit all that, innit?
There are so many incredible games on the horizon, and with so many titles coming to Xbox Game Pass, it's only fitting to bring fans into the world of Game Pass with an interactive quest and one giant green button. The big green button here transforms the Xbox booth into an interactive quest, powered by Xbox Game Pass. Attendees collect digital stamps by playing games, taking part in activities, and exploring partner activities around Gamescom. New this year, achievements unlock additional opportunities to win prizes, including Xbox collectibles, Game Pass swag, and partner rewards. The experience celebrates discovery, play, and of course, the Xbox community. Of the many, many prizes that lucky fans can win include LG TVs, GeForce RTX 5080 GPUs, and this SteelSeries Arctis Nova 5X wireless headset. So let's see who's up. Have you got your code ready to scan? Let's see what happens. Well done, you. Did you have fun on your quest?
Yeah.
Good. Ooh, here's all the things we could be looking at as well. Loading on your quest, and when it lights up, hit that button. Beautiful. Way! A charge kit for the Series X. GG's. Oh, look at that. Woo! Well done, you. Bye. Oh. That's cute. Aside from winning prizes, fans here have access to tons of demo stations at the booth, getting their hands on latest titles from studios all across the globe, including Turok Origins. With more on the latest from the franchise, let's throw it over to Charlie and Henry.
That's right, Bex, because one of gaming's most iconic dinosaur adventures is evolving for its new generation.
Absolutely, and here to talk Turok Origins with us is Game Director Jesus Iglesias and Chief Creative Officer Tim Willits with a look at new gameplay, new abilities, and the next chapter in this legendary franchise. Thank you so much for joining us, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Welcome to Gamescom. Have you had a good week so far?
Yeah, it's been awesome.
We're excited.
Excellent. Now, Turok's a very exciting franchise, so I have to ask, have you brought us something fun to watch today?
Yes, we've brought you brand new footage of Turok Origins, our new brand new game in this legendary franchise set in the canon and timeline of all the original games.
Oh, okay. Well, I want to get a look at that.
Yeah, amazing. Let's get this rolling. I want to hear all about it. I'm going to kick things off by telling you right now, Tim, I do have a fear of dinosaurs, so if I hide at any point during this,
okay,
I'm sure I'll be fine. You've done it's pretty nice cuddly dinosaurs you've done, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're not very cuddly, are they?
A kissing dinosaurs game.
Okay, nice. Wow, it's not like a Turok I remember. I'll tell you that much for sure. Looking very modern, but I did see immediately at the start you swapped from first person to third person and back.
Yeah, right. This is something that we wanted to introduce in the game. Cool. We know that the game is a first-person shooter originally, but a lot of people like to play in third-person view and see his own character. Our characters are amazing; they look amazing, and so we wanted to show the people their characters if they wanted to play on third-person.
Yeah.
But the thing is that you can swap between first and third immediately as you play, just pushing a button at any moment.
Amazing.
Nice.
There you go. And the best thing about moving between those as well is it's worth noting that these weapons look absolutely
yeah,
sick.
the weapons
what
are so
kind
cool.
of weapons are we going to have in our arsenal?
Oh, that was just the cerebral bore, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, that's a fan favorite.
Oh, I know that one.
That's a fan favorite.
Yeah.
You had one of them done the other day, didn't you?
Shut up, Henry. What other weapons? Are there any other iconic
we are
ones?
bringing back a lot of weapons from the classics. I mean, Cerebral Bore is one, but we also have the fusion cannon that the fans will recognize.
Yeah.
And,
the Scorpion?
The Scorpion missile launcher.
Beautiful.
Mag 60, a lot of weapons from the past.
Cool.
But we also include new weapons. And
that was absolutely minging, by the way.
What happened there?
That was one of the finishers. The team has created like so many finishers, and you can just rip guts out and pound the dinosaurs and the enemies. It's awesome.
See, don't be so scared.
Maybe I'll get over my fear.
Yeah, you get your revenge now.
I just need to murder more of them, and then I'm there. Fancy that.
But before that finisher, I also saw the player character kind of like went like this, and a bunch of spikes came out. So what's going on there?
Those are the echo sinks. Which is something that I mean, every character features a bio suit that allows him to extract resources from the environment and then synthesize in abilities that you can use at any time.
Cool.
That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it really adds a different dynamic to the combat. It's not just guns and melee. You have all these cool abilities.
Nice.
Oh, fascinating. And are there anything else aside from dinosaurs that we're going to be fighting?
Of course, not only dinosaurs, but something that is more terrifying, that are modified dinosaurs.
Oh, worse dinosaurs.
Yes.
Okay, maybe you should stay scared.
Back out again.
Dinosaurs with rocket launchers
Oh, for God's
attached to the
sake,
backs.
what's wrong with you two?
So the Xenias that are our enemies.
Oh, I see. Okay.
These guys.
Those guys.
Oh,
These
okay,
guys.
right. Good to put a name to a face. They don't look good.
No.
They also
Nice.
they have their weapons, but they also transform certain dinosaurs to damages.
Oh,
That was a cool
okay.
attack.
that's cool.
That was a cool
I
attack.
like
That was
that.
one of the echoes since.
Oh, nice. I also saw before we dropped into this area, there were like these bulbs, like plants that you could destroy, and it kind of opened up the environment. So, did your team kind of work both the combat and the environment together to make a whole experience?
Yes, I mean, as you see, there are plants in different colors. Those plants you extract the DNA, and with that you can get resources like shield, ammo, or also resources to improve your gear as you progress in the progression system.
Cool.
We have a lot of weapons, but we have like 250 modifiers for those weapons.
Nice.
That can drastically improve or change the behavior of your weapons.
I like the idea of you guys having like a whiteboard in the office of just coming up with really weird ways to modify weapons. And going, oh, Tim, I've got a good one today. It's a rocket launcher with another rocket launcher on. But I don't know, it does something else stupid as well.
That's it, right?
There you go.
Yep,
Just
that's
does
how it
something
works.
stupid. There you go, perfect. I can work with
Oh,
it, Tim.
that's a cool finisher.
Oh, that's a-
finisher, which is a very important part of the game.
Yeah.
The original games, they were really gory, but we have gone a step forward, and we have introduced like 200 unique finishers that you can perform with different melee weapons like this that you see right now.
That's sick. I've also seen that the Xenia as well. There are different kind of I suppose enemy types for them as well, because some of them have like
Much more
guns.
tactical. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
but-
which adds a really good dynamic. You
Yeah.
have these crazy dinosaurs, but then you also have the Xenia that can dodge and cover and flank you. So it adds a much more dynamic to the combat.
Nice.
Okay.
Very nice.
And I've got to ask, what are primal forms as well when we come to Turok Origins? What do they do?
The primal forms are the classes.
Okay.
What you typically identify as a class, but in this game they are connected with the Native American culture, which is very important on the lore of the franchise. So every class corresponds with an animal: raven, cougar, and bison. And each one has different abilities, of course. And
Do you have a preference, Jesus? Which one would you be?
I'm very aggressive cougar, which is the specialist
He is
on
definitely
weapons.
a cougar. That's true.
Yes. Yes.
Tim, are you a cougar as well?
No, I'm more of a raven guy.
Yeah.
I'm small.
Nice. Okay, lovely. No further questions, Your Honor. Absolutely, don't be that as. Honest to God.
Okay, what's going on here?
Yeah, what's this?
Can I just say also, the game looks beautiful.
Oh my goodness,
I love the foliage, the density. It looks so cool.
What this guy got was what we call the essence of his class.
Oh.
That is kind of ultimate ability that is also related to the class.
Cool.
Yes, which happens. So one of your early missions is you have to prove that you're. Oh yeah, that's the best. That's the best. Yes. So one of the earlier missions, you have to prove that you're a true Turok warrior. That you and then you can pick, your spirit and your class.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Henry.
Oh yeah. Here it comes. Okay, but that's not a normal dinosaur.
No,
that's
absolutely not.
That's got a lot of extra accessories going on. What's the story with that?
That's one of those that I told you, the Xenius modified.
Okay.
So this is the boss for the end of this mission.
Okay.
And it's a very powerful one. It's the first one that you are going to encounter among many others in all the missions.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of abilities. They have different phases that you have to pass to defeat the final boss.
So just to confirm, there are loads of other bosses coming up, different variants.
And mini bosses. This is let's say one of the biggest.
Oh,
we
okay.
have we have mini bosses and we have medium bosses.
Okay. Hopefully they don't get much bigger than that for
I'll
your
find
sake.
like a Goldilocks situation of which mini boss I'm comfortable with.
Well, here's the thing. Maybe you and I mean, I'm guessing there's multiplayer as well, of course. So maybe Charlie and I can help each other out.
Yeah.
Get her over her fear of dinosaurs, right?
I'll look at all the plants and
Yep.
you shoot all the dinosaurs.
So one of the great things that the team has done with Turok is you can play it solo, offline, by yourself. If you're like me, you have no friends, you can play by
No, I
yourself.
would say it might play with you.
Hey!
But if you're like Jesus and you have some friends, you can play, with one friend, with two friends. It's the same game, and but we just want to give players that option.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and I
that's
think
great.
people are going to have options for plenty of friends because I know there are some really long-time fans of the Turok franchise. So what can fans of the originals expect when it comes to nostalgic moments?
One of the things that we have done, talking about playing solo and playing co-op, is that the experiences are loyal to the original games. When you play solo, you play a campaign solo mode. You don't play with bots.
Yep.
And when you play co-op, you play with friends. But the experiences are different. Each one has been tailored to be perfect on his own.
Yes, that's important to say. Yes.
Well done, Jesus.
So some of the things that we mentioned earlier that original Turok fans will enjoy is like weapons, like the cerebral bore. And there's some other, I don't want to give it away, but some other Easter eggs and some other fun connections to the lore for the hardcore fans.
Wow. Okay then. Well, I think. Go on.
An important thing is that you can play solo offline, disconnected.
Yes.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Love
So when
that.
the Wi-Fi goes down in my house,
Yeah.
I'm good. I got Turok. I'm
Still
good.
going.
Yeah.
Absolutely no problems. Well, thanks so much for joining us, guys.
Thank you,
This has
guys.
been a fascinating week, and I know it's a really, really busy Gamescom for you. So thank you for spending some time with us.
Yes, thanks for having
Thank
us.
you.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Right, well, you can wish list Turok Origins now, and if you're here at Gamescom, swing by the Xbox booth for a chance to play the game. But up next, we're jumping into the fantasy sandbox that is Albion Online. The newest expansion is upon us, and we're celebrating with a cheeky little walkthrough of new gameplay. Henry, let's take a look.
Discover an ancient realm above the clouds of Albion. Upon entering, alone or with a party of up to 20 players, you will find yourself on one of many islands scattered on the outskirts of the map. The goal? Fight your way to the bosses in the middle, guarding valuable loot. The islands are interconnected through ley lines, to activate which, you will need a keystone. Your party makes quick work of the keepers guarding it. Now you can progress further inward. But be careful. There will be other players who will be matched to compete for the very same treasure. Pay attention to the ley lines opening in order to anticipate the movement of your opponents. Even if some of your team get knocked down, unlike other areas, they can't be executed immediately. Instead, even one last remaining player can revive the group. And so, the adventure continues. The final challenge of this map, a ferocious drake. The fight wasn't easy, but the rewards are worth it. Among the regular loot, you can also find a new kind of map, activating which will lead your party of 20 players into an entirely new raid dungeon. Battling numerous Keeper and Ashborn enemies, and finally, make it into the lair. Here, the biggest and most difficult PvE challenge in Albion awaits your group. Will you make it past fire and brimstone to secure the ultimate reward?
Back in May, we gave you an in-depth look at the world, the characters, and the story of this very next title. Stranger Than Heaven is a brand new action-adventure game coming January 15th, 2027 from RGG Studio, who are renowned for their ability to craft deeply human stories with thrilling action and some pretty juicy combat. A big thank you, though, to producer Hiroyuki Sakamoto and interpreter Mai Hapsh, who are joining me for a live gameplay presentation, but also to tell us all about this very ambitious title. First, though, Sakamoto-san, can you give us an overview of Stranger Than Heaven?
では続いてはストレンジャーザンハブのライムゲームプレイです。本作はスリリングなアクションとコンバット、そして人間ドラマを描くことで知られる RGG スタジオが送る完全新作のアクションアドベンチャーゲームです。リリースは2027年1月15日の予定です。本日は本作について語っていただくためにプロデューサーの坂本博之さんと通訳のラプシュ舞さんにお越しいただきました。まずは坂本さん、ゲームの概要を教えていただけますか？
はい、ストレンジャーザンヘブンは、日本人とアメリカ人の、血を引く大東誠という男の物語になっています。で、1900年初頭のですね、アメリカで、差別を受けてですね、身寄りのない大東誠が日本に渡ってその新たな居場所を求めて、旅するところからこの物語が動き始めます。で、やっぱりこういろんな差別を受けて日本にやってきたものの、やっぱすごくそこでも生きていくことがすごい苦しい、環境の中、それでもこうがむしゃらに生きていって、いろんなこの大東誠が持つこの歌を使ったこう工業師としての才能だったりとか、そういった部分がこう積み重なってですね、約50年にわたるこの人生を描いたゲームがこのストレンジャーザンヘブンになります。
Thank you. Stranger Than Heaven follows the story of the protagonist Makoto Daito. He's an outcast of mixed origins, of Japanese and American origins, and he's faced with discrimination in the early 1900s US. He has no family to rely on, and he flees to Japan because he hopes to find a place to belong there in Japan. But he finds himself having to use extreme violence to survive, and on the other hand, he discovers his musical talent to thrive, and you will be able to show this aspect of the showbiz as well. And his whole life spanning across 5 immersive cities and 50 turbulent years of Japanese history between 1915 and 1965.
Wow, it sounds like a really quite enthralling and captivating story to be able to play through. And many of RGG's previous titles are quite known for showing depictions of more modern Japan. So what was it like to have the chance to take people back to an era like 1915 and other mid-century eras? How did that influence as well the combat design of Stranger Than Heaven?
すごく面白いセッティングですね。RGG スタジオの過去作はこう現代をとてもリアルに描くことでも有名ですけれども、今回は1915年というこう歴史を遡って、プレイヤーを、過去に連れていくという体験がされましたけれども、これは、コンバットデザインにもどんなような影響を与えましたか？
まず正直ここまで5つの時代と5つの都市でこう50年の歴史をこうゲームの中に作るっていうのは本当に大変だったんですけども、しっかりこうリサーチだったりとか、いろんなこの歴史観を本当にこう体験してもらうために、いろんなリサーチを重ねながらこのゲームをこう積み上げたみたいなところがあるんですけどもやっぱりこれぐらいのスケールのゲームってなかなかないと思うので、この舞台を選んだこの時代を描いたっていったところはすごい大きなスケールのゲームになるっていったところにすごく興奮したことをまず覚えています。でコンバットデザインもですね、やっぱりこの主人公が50年歩む中でですね、プレイヤーもこう操作することで主人公の大東誠とこうシンクロするような、なんかそういう体験をちょっと味わってほしいなと思って、本当にこう一から作り上げたんですけれども、主人公が年取るに従ってこうプレイヤーが例えばこうなんでしょうね、こうナイフを使い続けるとナイフマスターのようなこう能力、そういうこうスキルが身についていったりとか、その50年っていうゲームの尺に合わせてゲームコンバットシステムもうまく連動したようなゲームに、しています。
So to be honest, the difficulty was on a whole different level than all the titles we realized before, because this time we had to spend over a time of 50 years. So we were depicting 5 different areas, and we had to conduct research, a lot of historical and cultural facts, and we had to create all the necessary assets from scratch. So there was nothing which we couldn't build upon. But I also remember feeling very excited about this fact because everything was new, and we knew that we would be able to create a very unique game, one that lets players really experience the whole protagonist's life over a large scale and large time span. And this is also depicted in the combat design. We focused on creating the most visceral and most intuitive combat design so far. So to combine that with the protagonist's abilities, they evolve over time, and also the skills of you as a player evolve over time. I think we managed to truly create an engaging experience. So for example, if you start using a knife in the beginning, it might feel, you might get used to it, but your knife efficiency, your knife proficiency increases over the time, and you will be able to unlock special abilities too. And when, you will evolve and mature together with Gaito Makoto, the protagonist.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like it's a journey you'll take together with Makoto-san. Well, I'm really excited to see what you have brought, but why don't you tell us a bit more about the demo that you've actually brought for us?
じゃあこう主人公と一緒にプレイヤーも成熟していくという感じですね。面白そうですね。今日はどんな、デモを持ってきていただいたんですか？
はい、ストレンジャーズ・アンヘブンは今回このゲームズコムで初めてこう一般向けのプレイアブルデモをこう展示させていただいてるんですけども、まずはこの先ほどコンバットシステム、新しいコンバットシステムでこの本当にこう左右独立して操作するこの新しい操作感となんかこうフィードバックみたいなものをまず味わってもらいたいなというところと、実際5つの時代5つの都市っていう舞台っていったところがゲームの本編の作りなんですけど、その中からこう3つ小倉と呉と南のこの3つだけ、ちょっと触りなんですけれども、なんかその舞台もちょっと味わってもらえるような、そういったデモ構成になっています。
So Stranger Than Heaven is playable at the Gamescom to the public for the first time. Nice. With a demo focusing on the innovative combat system this time, where you can independently play the left-hand side and the right-hand side of Makoto Daido's body. And we'll showcase that in a minute throughout 3 of the 5 expansive cities and eras you will also experience then in the full version. So namely Kokura, Kure, and Minami.
Okay, nice. Well, let's go. Let's see what we got.
早速始めてみましょう。
はい。So we're starting off, where are we starting off? Can you give us a bit of context on what you're dropping us into straight away?
どこから入るかちょっと補足説明してもらえますか？
はい。まず最初は1915年の小倉という舞台から始めていきます。で、この小倉という舞台はですね、物語の中でも当時は本当に日本でも最大級のこの工業都市で、いろんなこの労働者に揉まれながら大東がどうやってこの先この国で生きていこうかみたいな、そういったきっかけの時間軸だったりします。
So we start off with 1915 in Kokura, where the protagonist Makoto Daito arrives from the US, and he's struggling to survive as an outsider in this new environment for himself. And Kokura is really an industrial town, said to be home of one of the world's largest foundries. So it's bursting with the passion of hard-working workers and fiery workers. And he tries to find his way here.
Also, is that the same?
Yeah,
着てるもの同じですね、これ。
同じの着てます。
It looks so
Exactly the
good.
same. すごくかっこいいです。
Oh wow, straight away.
はい、バトルが始まりましたけど。
So the battle started already.
Yeah, I love that you saw everyone else just clear out.
でみんながこう後に引くっていうところが見えてすごいいい。
Feels like a very a classic Japanese film style to have the town just.
日本の映画を思い出すような。
Very cinematic.
とてもシネマチック映画的ですね。
はい。この新しい操作、本当にこの右左好きなように組み合わせて自分でコンボができるってとこがすごく 新しい要素になっています。
So it's a completely new combat style where you can freely combine combos using your left and right half.
Oh, nice.
こうガードもこう右左こういう風に左右にできるんですけど
And equally you can also guard differently, independently, left hand and right hand side.
これをタイミングよくやるとパリになって今みたいにいい強い技ができたりします。
And if you time it correctly, you can also chain into a parry. So.
I already see what you mean when you say visceral. The combat feels like there's a nice weight to when you land a hit as well.
すごい没入感してすごい正直にこういろんな動きが伝わるっていうのが分かります、ね、
そうですね。左右こう思った通り押すとこういう技が出るっていうのはものすごく直感的になるので、最初はもちろん慣れはいるんですけれども、これがこう慣れてくると本当に今までのボタンと違ったような操作感で遊ぶことができます。
So it's really intuitive, like you would punch with your right hand if you press the red button, and it maybe needs a bit of time to get used to this new feeling, but then it's really immersive and really intuitive.
Nice. Whoa.
じゃあまずは
destroyed.
はい。じゃあ次のはい舞台に次はクレっていうステージになります。
And we dive on to Kure. It's the next stage.
And is this also a little bit further ahead in time?
これは時代も少し。
はい、時代もクレも先ほど1915年だったんですけれども、クレは1929年。で、
はい。We were in 1915 and Kokura, and now it's 1929.
Nice. So maybe now we'll also see, like you were saying, that sort of refinement of his technique with fighting will be a little different now as well.
じゃあちょっと大東誠の戦いの技術も熟練してきたという。
そうですね。見た目もやっぱりこう変わって、クレになるとまたこう違った環境下でこう大東誠がどう生きていくかみたいなところに変わって、時代の移り変わりも。
Exactly. You can also see the time has changed on his face and on his appearance.
Yeah,
in total,
the fashion is different.
ファッションも違いますよね。And also the whole setting, it looks like a different era already.
More industrialized area. Yeah.
もっと工業化が進んでる感じですね。
武器も先ほど素手だったんですけど、こういう両手を持った武器だったりとか、あとは片手を使った武器だったりとか全て12種類ぐらい武器の種類があるので、それをこうどう選んで改造していくかというか、それでも能力が変わったりとかします。
There's also changes in terms of the weapons. So in total, you can choose between 12 different weapons, and either they are used by one hand with the right hand or with both hands. So also the maturity and the skill level of how to use the weapons, they will progress.
Amazing. Why is this guy so enormous though? He's absolutely
なんでこんなに巨大な敵なんですかね、この人。
敵もすごいこれぐらい大きいボス敵みたいなキャラクターもいろんなバリエーションがあるので、バトルも本当にこうしっかり遊べるような、設計になっています。
Yeah, so there are lots of different enemies, also like boss style enemies already in these, and so it's also exciting to play against different strong enemies.
Yeah, I also see that the boss, he's got like a smaller cutlass, but he's also still able to hit with his fist as well. Is that something that Makoto can also do if he was holding a single-handed weapon?
で、敵の方も左手はちょっと怪我してるけど、まだ右手で刀を振り回せるように見えますけども、大東誠も同じように片手でいろいろ攻撃できたり。
今は両手武器なんで、こう両手を使ったこう操作がこう左右独立でこう違う攻撃が出るんですけど。
Yeah, right now he's holding a weapon which has to be used with both hands, but of course there are also weapons where he can only use one hand and the other hand is free to guard or to punch or whatever.
Very cool. And then also the way that you'll use the weapon that you have, I suppose it's understanding which end is for which hand, knowing this is maybe better for quicker, this is better for power attacking maybe. Is that kind of how it works?
あと武器によっては どっちサイドを左手で持ってどっちサイドを右手で持つかとか、どっちがより強い攻撃ができてどっちでガードできるかとか、そういうのも
基本的に片手武器は右に持って左手はこう素手攻撃なんですけど、武器は武器の強さがあるんですけど、素手は素手の強さみたいな、そういう組み合わせをこう自由にプレイヤーが考えてこう攻撃を選べるみたいなところが、すごい自由度のあるコンボ設計ができるっていうのがすごい売りだと思います。
So the combo design is really quite flexible. So especially when you use one-hand weapons, which you will hold in your right hand, you can still decide, okay, how do I want to use this weapon? What do I want to do with the left hand? Do I want to punch? Do I want to hold a different weapon? So it's really very creative also. In that
wow, the fashion is real nice now. Yeah.
Fashion was very
oh my god, he looks so good. So, also, it's now raining. I wonder, the combat already seems quite deep. Before it was snowing in the previous era, now it's raining. Does that also have an effect at all on any of the combat?
今雨が降ってますよね。その前も雪が降ってるシーンがありましたけども、これもまたコンバットスタイルに何か影響するんですか？
コンバットスタイルというよりかこう天候が変わることによってこの町の住民たちの様子が人通りが減ったり、お店が閉まったりとか、この舞台に対して影響が出る要素があります。また天候だけじゃなくてこの時間帯昼だったり夜だったり、その夜にしかいないような強敵だったり、この辺りはすごい一つの舞台にとってもいろんなこの探索要素があります。
It doesn't necessarily affect the combat style, but the whole setting. So if it's raining heavily, there will be less people on the street, or shops will be closed, etc. So not only weather, but also when you get more advanced, you can also choose at what time of the day you want this play to be staged. So if it's at night, then also there will be less people or different people walking around.
That's fascinating. This guy, he's smaller, but I have a feeling he's going to be tougher.
この人さっきの敵よりも小さいですけども、小柄な割には結構タフな。
かなり凶悪なこの敵なんですけども、これもこういうボス敵のようなものも本当に物語にいっぱい出てきて、この1対1のこの緊迫したこの戦いみたいなものもすごい楽しんでもらえると思います。
Yes, this guy is really a tough enemy.
Yeah.
He's small, but nevertheless, it's not easy to win against him. But you will have a lot of those kinds of boss enemies, and you will be able to explore a lot of ways to combat them.
I saw as well there was the chance with a prompt where you could use both triggers. Can you explain a bit more about how that happens?
あと両方のトリガーを使えるよっていうプロンプトが今入ってましたけど、それについても説明してもらえますか？
敵の気力みたいなものがありまして、それを削るとですね、今みたいにこうチャンスな時間帯が生まれます。そこで両方押すことで強い攻撃が出せるみたいなそういう設計になっています。
So there's an energy level of the enemies, and if this proceeds, there is the possibility to trigger with both sides of buttons and attack him in the right moment.
Oh, nice, nice. Now I know that the story obviously it does follow Makoto, and it does seem to be so far painting a bit more of a serious tone than we've perhaps seen in previous RPG games, but I do still love that kind of zaniness and some of the weird wide side activities that we can do. Will there be some of that in Stranger Than Heaven as well? Whoa!
今回のタイトルは結構シリアスでダークなトーンだなというふうに感じるんですけども、その過去作のちょっと奇抜なサイドゲームとかサイドクエストとかがあったり、そういうところも好きだったんですけども、そういうのを今回の本作で見られますか？
いろんなこうキャラクターが出てきたサイドストーリーだったりもちろん入ってはいるんですけれども、やっぱりこの過去の日本を舞台にしたサイドストーリーだったりするので、なんか今までこうすごく奇抜なコンテンツだった部分からは、少しシリアスなトーンが多めなところもありますね。ただそれはそれでストレンジャーズ・アン・ヘブンならではのいろんなサイドコンテンツを楽しめると思うので、そこは期待しておいてください。
So there, of course, will be side quests and side stories which are very unique to Stranger Than Heaven, but so the trademark zany characters maybe a bit less, but you will nevertheless experience a lot of other side quests and a lot of characters. But in total, this is a story about the past and rough times. So the tone is rather rough and dark.
Well, it looks unbelievable, and it's everything you promised. The combat is visceral, it's brutal, it looks beautiful as well. Like the lighting on that last stage was so stunning. I loved it. So yeah, thank you for showing us that. Is there anything else that you can maybe tell us about the game that's only going to make sense after I've played it?
そうですね、すごくかっこいいゲームになっていましたし、もうデザインもすごいし、なんか最後のステージのライトの感じもすごくいいなと思いました。本当にプレイできるのがすごく楽しみです。プレイしたらすごくここが楽しめるよっていうもの他に何かありますか？
そうですね、やっぱりこのストレンジャーズ・ヘブンって一人の男の50年の人生をこう描いたゲームなので、これだけのこのスケールのドラマっていうのはなかなかないと思います。で今回デモでは本当にそのコンバットの新しい要素をこうピックアップして楽しんでもらえるっていうデモだったりはするんですけど、やっぱりこう本筋はその一人の男生涯を描いたこのナラティブゲームをきっとこう味わってもらって、本当に新しいドラマ体験ができると思うので、そこを一番期待してほしいですね。あとはまだまだ音楽を使ったショービズの要素とかもこのバックに遊べる要素として、いろんな楽曲も用意してますので、そこをこう含めて、魅力を感じてもらえれば、すごく嬉しいと思います。
So as far as I'm aware of, I think there are not many games that span the whole life of one single man.
Yeah.
So this is, in that sense, a really epic drama you can experience. This time with the demo, we just picked up 3 different stages, 3 different cities, to showcase also and to show you what it feels like, what it looks like. But of course, really this epic drama you will only experience by playing through. So I hope you will be able to experience and are looking forward. Also, it's not just a new combat system, but also a big part goes into music. So the whole showbiz element we have not shown yet, but you'll be able to create your own music, and Daito Makoto's showbiz element will be shown. So yeah, I hope you will be able to enjoy and check it out.
Nice. I have to ask, just because it looks so good, can I get one of the jackets?
すごいかっこいいのであえて聞きますけど、これってもらえますか？どこかで購入できます？
まだねこれしかないんで。いずれ皆さん買えるようにもちょっと考えたいと思います。
Unfortunately, right now it's not available yet, but we are thinking of ways to get it through to the public as well.
Sakamoto-san, thank you once again for joining us. Remember, you guys can get your hands on Stranger Than Heaven when it releases on January 15th, 2027. But now to Milizione.
Where do you think you're going? You're not allowed to leave this town. Everyone knows no one is going to help you escape. And if I hear a single complaint about your behavior, this uniform forces me to see the worst in people. All you do is destroy, steal, and lie every single day. I hope I'll be proven wrong. Yet somehow everyone ends up the same.
Is our show. Over the last 2 days, we've had the privilege to feature over 40 games.
Charlie, over 40 games made by some incredible teams from all around the world, and they're all coming to Xbox.
Plus, with 13 games coming to Xbox Game Pass that we showed you just today, your library's about to get real full.
So, whether you're hyped for Minecraft Dungeons 2 or the Xbox console exclusive Gears of War E-Day.
Maybe it's EA Sports FC 27. is Fable, NBA 2K27 2,
Modern Warfare 4, or Grand Theft Auto 6. No matter how you play, the best place to play the biggest games is on Xbox.
And finally, make sure to check out the Xbox On YouTube channel to view and share some of the segments that you might have missed.
So until next time, thanks for joining us. This is Xbox at Gamescom 2026.
Bye!
Bye! Bye!